What's up, everybody? Sorry for the delay. Welcome to the Eddy Live Show. I'm here with one of my good buddies, Matt Bateman.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm great, brother. Thanks for coming out. Sorry for keeping you like that.
No problem.
Yeah. How you doing?
Doing good. Just
good day?
Finished teaching one class and headed over here. So
rainy day. Are you scootering all over town in the rain?
Not today.
Not today.
Yeah.
Take taxi or what? Got to keep that hair.
Bus and MRTs.
you got the good beard going, man. That's
it's not easy to grow one of these. Got to keep it.
you got a solid stubble game.
Yeah.
That, right?
That's
I think the stubble is better than I think a stubble looks good.
No, when it gets too big, it gets really gross.
Then it gets crazy.
So,
right?
Yeah.
But as Mexican, I got like patches that are just blank.
Yeah, I got a little one.
You got some of those.
Yeah.
All right, brother. So for those of you who do not know Matt Bateman is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu coach in Taiwan. He's from the 10th Planet lineage, right?
Yeah.
Matt, maybe you can introduce yourself before we start.
So I also teach at the UFC gym here in Taiwan, and I'm a co-founder of Sprouts Jiu-Jitsu, Taipei, with my partner David and another guy named Lin. And that's what I do.
So originally, what brought you here? What brought you to Taiwan?
So I come from a very small town in San Luis Obispo called San Luis Obispo, and
I don't even know.
Nobody knows where.
Nobody knows my town either. Yeah.
Only people know from my town is Chuck Liddell's from there. So.
Oh shoot! Okay, I don't have no Chuck Liddell's from.
Yeah, it's an old.
I actually have heard it. It rings a bell because I think probably it was Chuck.
Yeah, a long time ago, and there's just nothing out there, so no jobs. I needed to move out basically, and it was like I could go like LA, San Francisco, Portland, some big city somewhere, but I hate the traffic. I hate the the cost of everything, and my dad lives out here in Taiwan, so I was like,
so the reason you came out here is because your dad's here?
Yeah, that's why I chose Taiwan.
Okay. And Taipei, your dad's a Taipei guy?
Yeah. He's been here for a few years. And
what does your dad do out here?
He does, it's kind of difficult to say, but it's basically like AI.
Oh, he's like a computer guy?
Stuff.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. I met him last time when you guys were here. He seems like a good guy,
He does a lot of talks right now on AI and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool. So, very cool. Is AI taking over the world? Long story short, are they going to take over?
He's a positive thinker on
beautiful.
Not a negative.
Did you ever see that Joe Rogan with Elon Musk? He interviewed Elon Musk. He was like, so how far are we from robots being able to take over the world? And he's just like, it's not that far off. It's closer than you think. And he's just like,
my dad's the other way. He's like,
okay, perfect.
Why are you get worried about that? Don't worry about it.
Okay, perfect. Brother, let's have a wing, man.
Right,
that might be a little cold because we're late. So we start from this side, and we go all the way this way. This is round one. The first one's just a basic buffalo. You can do drum or you can do the wing. And we got our horchata, Coke. No, we got root beer. We got root beer and water.
Root beer's hard to get in Taiwan.
It is hard to get. So go for it, man. You want the drum or the wing?
Start with the drum.
All right, on, brother. Cheers.
Just bite it?
Yeah, just get on in there, brother. So your dad being out here was the reason. Okay, and your dad has been here for a while. He speaks Chinese. Right?
Yeah.
I heard him speaking. He's amazing. Yeah,
he's actually born here, but
really?
Yeah, moved to the States, and that's where I was born.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was your mom? Your mom is from here. Where's your mom?
Also
your mom's
also,
okay.
Yeah. This is super good.
Just grab whatever you want, bro. I was just telling you today. These last few days have been so busy, and I'm just all over the place. And I was telling you, my remedy for that is just going to jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
I love that. At the end of the day, just go to jiu-jitsu and you try not to get tapped out. That doesn't always happen. But yeah.
I used to work in a restaurant back in America for like 10 years, I feel like.
Okay.
And jiu-jitsu was also the lifesaver.
Restaurant's crazy sometimes, right? Yeah.
It's like the place I worked at was open till like 2 a.m.
Oh, that's tough. We always get that request. They're like, you guys should open till 2, till 3, till 5. And I'm like, nobody wants to work at that time.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's hard enough to find people to work at normal times.
Yeah.
But I mean, like 2 a.m., people are like, you're going to show the Khabib at 2? I'm like, I'll get it. I'll pay for the pay-per-view. We'll do all the stuff. We'll show it at 2. We'll show it at 10 because 2 is tough. 2 is tough. I've tried that before, actually. We did at 2 a.m. a European final once. And then, everyone's like, yeah, I'm coming, bringing 30 people. They're all drinkers. And it turned out to be 2 guys. One guy had 2 Fantas. Fanta's like 50 NT.
Yeah.
And the other guy had quite a few beers, to be fair. But, I think it was like 1,000 NT. And I'm there from like 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. Destroy 2 days of sleep.
Yeah,
and just like,
your schedule gets totally ruined.
Totally destroyed. And you're like, oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I got to talk. I want to talk to you about the jiu-jitsu. What inspired you to start jiu-jitsu in the beginning?
So when I was in high school, a friend of mine showed me pride fighting.
Oh yeah.
And so that's how I first saw jiu-jitsu and MMA.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until after I would watch all the fights and I played like the video games and stuff like that.
Sure.
But it wasn't until
college
I had a roommate who just one day asked me, he's like, do you want to try Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? I have a friend who's trying to become an MMA fighter.
Okay.
And I was like...
and he needs a body to toss around. Yeah.
He's just it was super small at the time, the gym that it was at. And I was like, yeah, let's go try it out. And
what was the name of the gym?
It was technically...
okay.
I guess it did have a name. It was Simian Martial Arts in Los Osos. And, nice. But back then it was like in a garage in a warehouse. So,
okay, sure.
Yeah. It wasn't until it got a little bit bigger, yeah.
Okay. And I think it's growing huge in the US, right?
Yeah,
Jiu-jitsu's massive
Jiu-jitsu's
now,
huge
right?
now.
MMA as well, I believe, right? Yeah.
Back then it was like...
Yeah.
I barely knew what it was. I only knew it from watching, but I barely knew what I was seeing.
Yeah.
And I got beat up really bad by this dude who was like my height, which is like 170, but he was like I want to say like 90 kg.
Okay.
So he's just like a huge muscle guy.
Yeah.
Just threw me around, and my roommate is also a big guy who's like maybe 110 kg.
Okay.
And it's just like, I don't know. We just kept doing it, and I slowly I progressed really fast in the beginning.
Okay.
And so I just stuck around with it.
So you had like some kind of athleticism. You played some other sports or something before?
I think just watching it. Like I would see the coach.
I think that helps a lot, right?
Yeah, the coach would show a move. Like, oh, I've seen that before. Yeah. I don't know how to do it, but I've seen it. And so.
Like I've been a long time fan, but like since probably UFC 1, and I never did it until recently, and it's pretty amazing, man. I love it. I think it's I've been playing soccer, coaching soccer my whole life. I just started. I'm like a white belt. It's weird to be like 40 and white belt. It's kind of weird, but it's actually it's fun. It's fun. I really enjoy it. And there's definitely times when I watch a lot of UFC, and there'll be times when I'm kind of rolling with somebody and I'm like kind of losing, and I'll just kind of pick them up, start to pin them against the wall, and then they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, well, I saw Khabib do that."
When you get to the wall.
Yeah, I'm like, "That's what Khabib does," And they're just like, "Oh, yeah, don't do that." I'm like, "Oh, shoot, okay." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know. I just watch a lot of
when I actually started with MMA.
Oh, did you?
Okay. So, but all my training partners were like really big guys.
Okay.
Most of them were like around like between like 70 and 100 kg.
Okay. Oh shoot.
And when you're like a beginner white belt and you're only 57 kilograms.
Yeah.
It's
that's
like
tough,
it's
dude.
just
oh my gosh.
Ground and pound.
In the tournaments, it's weight class,
right?
Right.
Yeah, but when you're training,
but when you're training, like now, I'm like 85, 90, and then when I'm rolling with guys my size, I'm happy to squeeze the shit out of them. But sometimes, I have a couple of white belts that are my buddies, and
I had no one my size, so didn't have a choice.
Damn. Okay, but you stuck with it. And how many years ago was that? How many years has it been?
That's 11 years ago.
So it's an 11-year journey so far.
It's been a long time.
And what's the ultimate goal with the jiu-jitsu?
I feel like I'm at a point where I'm transitioning more to teaching. Competing. I'm doing a competition this Saturday.
That's right, yeah. Pro FC. We'll talk about that pretty soon as well, yeah.
I don't know. I might do some more, but I just feel like I'm kind of over that phase.
Okay. I think, how old are you, man? I know you're a young guy. Okay, yeah,
32,
young guy still, yeah.
I'm still young, but
still young. No, I know, but
I feel the injuries kind of coming on. And
I also feel, you can feel when you pass, I think past 28 or 30.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, what am I doing? You gotta like, go to a tournament. It's tough. Yeah.
Sometimes the tournaments are just good for motivation.
I think it's good. Have you been doing a lot of training? Like, how does a coach train?
There are like classes that
like
for
super
coaches.
duper high level classes.
UFC they have those. And then they like kind of like coaches invite people who want to be serious. Serious, yeah. And then I don't know, I'll train at some other gyms like eye fighting.
Eye fighting, yeah.
If I sub at another gym, I'll train there.
Check that out. Boom.
Yeah.
Eye fighting. Yeah. Know a lot of those guys. Shout out to those guys.
Yeah.
Eye fighting's awesome, man. Love that.
Yeah.
We actually saw Steven. Steven fought last week, right? Yeah. Steven Liao, the dude in the middle there. I love that guy. He's a kickboxer guy. I love him. He's one of my favorite local guys because he's some of the local guys at camp and I don't know. There's some good dudes around. So yeah.
When I first came to Taiwan, this is where I trained at.
This is where
that's how I met David.
How did you find them right away?
Through a guy named Mike Liu. He's also teaches at UFC and he has his own gym now.
Okay.
Yeah, I just randomly met him at Maji Square.
Really?
Yeah, my dad was like, "Oh, my son does jiu-jitsu." He's
well,
you should go here. And I'm like, "Okay." They do no-gi, only no-gi there.
Okay.
And I'm a big no-gi guy, so.
So I mean, there's always the debate of gi versus no-gi. I mean, what's maybe for somebody who doesn't know the difference, right?
I would say gi is slower paced.
Okay.
And it's a lot more technical.
Okay.
It's generally better for beginners and older people.
Gi.
Yeah, gi.
Okay.
Because the grips slow everything down.
Okay.
I find
that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
No-gi, a lot of things like you gotta like be quick, you gotta have really good timing.
Okay.
You do need super good control, but you can think people get really slippery and stuff like that. So it's a lot more like dynamic and explosive. Yeah.
Like, because obviously UFC is there's obviously no gi, right?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
And
that's cool. So I think 10th Planet is. Where you did you start at? I mean, you didn't start, but you went to 10th Planet, right?
Like, well, it's more like so I trained at this gym, Simia Martial Arts.
Sure.
Which,
okay. Let's keep.
I think they changed their name to their Team Moriera now.
Okay.
And Moriera is like a super old school red belt, coral belt, or something like that now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's one of the like original.
Wow.
Yeah, guys.
That's cool.
I trained under a coach under him.
Okay.
And I don't know. I trained there. Kind of had like a little falling out with some students, and so I went with another guy.
Okay.
And he was a 10th Planet brown belt.
Okay.
I think he's a purple belt at the time.
Okay.
And we started like a little club, and then slowly that turned into a 10th Planet. We call it Hotbox.
Okay.
It's not like an official gym.
Okay.
But
cool.
Yeah, it's still 10th Planet, and we were under a 10th Planet black belt named Rick Marshall.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
that's how. Is 10th
Planet
Planet like no gi strictly?
No gi only,
it's always no gi, right?
No
okay,
gi,
so that's what I thought, right? Yeah. Okay. So if there's a no gi, is there a belting system with that as well, or how does that work?
It's kind of controversial.
Yeah. Because I'm curious.
Some of the gi people like they were like, oh, you don't know what a collar choke is. How can you be a blue belt? Or something like that.
Okay.
Which I kind of. When I was training, I kind of thought it was BS, but now as somebody who teaches gi and no gi, I find that like I'll have some guys who've been training no gi for like a year, and they'll come into gi and it's like they look like a white belt.
Okay.
They're like brand new.
So skills don't transfer over as well as they should. Or?
Most of it does. Right?
Would you start from one to the other? Which one would you think would be the best to start with?
Gi. Yeah.
Gi start. Okay. Because that transfers over.
Unless you're like a young, super athletic.
Okay, like super, like
beast.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Then you probably like no gi more.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, so I kind of get it. The belting system's the same though. We just don't do stripes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because you don't have a physical. Well,
there's no belt.
I do have a physical belt.
Okay.
They usually give you one, but it's just more like ceremonial.
Okay, gotcha. Let's grab the next one, man.
Yeah.
The next one is a chipotle.
Okay.
So you can take your time, dude.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
It's like take your time. I'm asking you too much here. Let's. I want to pull up a photo here, and you can tell me a little bit about that. Like here, check this picture out. Damn. It's a good one, yeah. I love that one.
Yeah.
All right.
Like
that's a blue belt, right?
Photo. Yeah.
Okay. Where's that at? I mean, you got like weapons in the background and stuff.
It's like I played Costa Mesa.
Okay.
Which is a little town in between LA and where I'm from.
Okay. I've actually heard of Costa Mesa.
It's kind of in LA technically, but
that's cool. Okay.
But so that patch on my arm, so that's Simia Martial Arts, the first gym I was under. The main coach there, Joe Moriera, he has a gym in Costa Mesa, and he would put on these kind of like local tournaments.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes people come from out, but they're more like just people from the area.
Okay.
And we would go down there for every single one.
Okay.
Because they're pretty
Looks
close.
like you did well.
Well, that's the thing is,
yeah.
I'm like the lightest weight class there is.
Okay, sure.
Like rooster weight, and
okay.
in general, there would never be anybody in that weight
Nobody's there,
class.
yeah.
So,
how do you keep so light, man? It's just genetic or what? Yeah.
I'm bigger now, but
yeah. Well, yeah.
But back in the day, I don't know.
Yeah,
I ate terrible food all day.
Okay,
so I don't know.
You got the genetics, yeah. Got
But,
some kind of the Asian gene that's kind of like keep this
Super
person
fast
skinny.
metabolism.
Yeah, keep this guy skinny forever. Yeah.
But so this particular tournament, I went there and I showed up for my weight class. There was nobody there, and so because I know the head coach and my coach, they just throw them in, like go up another weight class.
Okay,
go up another weight class. So I go up a weight class, fight some people, like, and then there'd be like only one guy in that one, so they would just like throw me into another weight class and just throw me. So that's like
just keep putting
4
them
different
up.
weight classes I competed in, and
look pretty happy.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's more like I can't believe, like, I didn't consent to this, but
okay, yeah, 4 weight classes. Okay.
So that's basically what it is. It's
that's
like,
cool. Yeah.
They just threw me into like I would lose and technically be like, all right, I'm done for the day.
Yeah.
And then I'd hear my name called again, and now I'm fighting the next guy's like bigger than the last dude.
Okay. That's wow. Yeah. What would be the highest one there that you did?
Weight wise?
Yeah, weight wise.
I think it was.
You were 56 at the time. You said?
So that's 127.
I
fought up to 170 before.
Holy crap, that's a huge jump. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, I remember I did that a couple times because these are like small tournaments. So sometimes there's not so many people.
Not as many people around.
And there was one in particular where I had a guy in side control, and he literally just like bench pressed me and like threw me off.
He did. That's funny.
Like, oh.
No, I think like again, same like me being a white belt. Also, like if I'm rolling with, if it's too high level, it doesn't matter because I'm just gonna get trashed. It doesn't matter. But if it's like a kind of a close-ish belt, then I'm able, just because I'm heavy, right?
Yeah.
Be able to, and I watch a lot of UFC, so I'm able to just like try something.
Right.
Like what was it? I think it was 2 Thursdays ago. The previous Saturday, Black Beast Lewis and what's that? The bow constrictor. This Russian dude who's like, they're both heavyweights.
Oh yeah.
Alexei Olenek.
Yeah.
So that guy, he had Derek Lewis, and like he was on top, and it was like, it looked like a head and arm choke, but it was like a reverse headlock where he was kind of like, he kind of had like, he was laying across him, and Lewis was just kind of laying down.
Okay.
Like, and he was like, he had his head up, and he just kind of was leaning back. I don't know what it's called. I have no idea.
It sounds like an arm triangle, but
it's possible. I don't know.
He's got that guy's got wacky submissions.
So I did that.
Really?
I was like, because I don't know what to do on mount, right?
Oh, so he's.
Yeah, so basically like
arm triangle.
So Lewis was like down like this.
Yeah.
And the guy kind of
his head's on this.
His head's here, and he was just kind of like cranking back, and Lewis was just like he didn't tap though.
Oh really? Okay,
and then so Lewis at the end, they said, how was that? He's like, that was like one of the worst things that ever happened to me. So the second round, when I came out, I just said I got to knock this guy out like right now because I can't do that again. So I was like, oh, okay. So I try to do that, and like the guy that I had, he's just like, it's weird because like I'm looking right at him, he's just like, oh, and I'm like, come on, dude, tap, and he's just like, oh.
There's like
you gotta
but I don't know the right way.
Of course. I was like, I don't even know if it's right or wrong.
There is like an asshole big guy way to do that.
Oh, is there? Yeah. Okay.
Where it turns into like a crank / like chest compression thing.
Oh,
so it
really?
Just, like, sort of suffocates you.
Oh shoot! I didn't know what I was doing, but I was kind of like trying, and I'm looking at him, and he is like, it looked like pretty painful, but I don't know. I'm like, is that right? And he's like, he's just like, I don't know.
I don't want to
knows
be
what
here.
we're doing. Yeah. So at the end, I mean, the he didn't tap, and then I let it go. And after, he's like, that was pretty painful. I'm like, oh, cool. Why didn't you tap, man? He's like, oh, I'm like, dude, give me that, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Just give me the tap, dude. Yeah, shoot. I mean, Let's grab the next one, dude. Yeah, we'll keep going. Yeah, you good? That's a chipotle. Just like a honey chipotle sort of deal. It's not too spicy. First one, not spicy, right?
Yeah.
Not
super
bad
good.
at all, right? All right,
I'll go wing this time. All right, I can taste a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, first round is pretty chill. Chill.
I'm not very tough when it comes to spice.
Okay, all right.
I'll I'll do my best.
Every Wednesday, I'm like, all right, wings. Yes,
Yeah.
I love it. I love going for wings. Not too bad yet, right?
Yeah, super
all right,
good. I love
all right, awesome. So you traveled a lot around Asia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kind of, I guess before you came here, right?
Yeah.
How do the other countries compare to here? Is there jiu-jitsu and stuff out there? Did you do that? Or did you just go for fun? Or
my dad, before he lived here in Taiwan, he would travel to a lot of countries and kind of live there for a little bit.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
Whenever it was,
It's kind of like what everybody's dream is a little bit, no?
yeah.
Kind of.
He,
So you
he
got
would
to do
differ,
that?
Yeah. So he would take us on.
Okay.
He would take us on.
Grass is always greener.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
yeah.
On whenever we have like a holiday,
Yeah.
we would go there and visit him, or he'd take us there.
Okay.
So a lot of those places I hadn't really gotten into jiu-jitsu yet. But
Okay,
some of them I
okay,
did,
okay.
and even though I did, I'd never really checked out the scene. Only
You're
I
just kind of chilling, yeah? Okay,
only
so-
in Japan.
Okay.
That I really like check out the jiu-jitsu scene there.
Okay.
But compared to
How do
Taiwan.
they? Where did you go? Like, how do they compare to here?
go as like a
Like, what are some of the countries that you went? Like,
so I've been to Malaysia, Japan,
Okay.
Korea. I've been to Taiwan before.
Okay.
Mainland China. Been
Okay.
there a
Wow.
few times. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
India, Singapore, and
Oh, shoot.
Thailand. Yeah.
Oh wow.
There you go,
Okay.
I think that's it. So
Wow.
pretty much all of them.
Okay. Pretty much all the ones
Yeah.
around here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean,
The reason
tell us about
one of
that.
the other reasons I chose Taiwan is because when I visited all of them, Taiwan was like a good middle ground between.
It's like a hub, right?
Yeah. Also, it's like it's not as
like culturally, you mean, like middle ground, or
like everything.
Okay,
Like, it's not
okay.
as like expensive as Korea and Japan are.
yeah.
It's,
Those are expensive. Yeah.
It's like the culture is a little bit more like tolerant and inclusive of foreigners.
Yeah.
And I know a little bit of Chinese. Chinese
Okay.
is
Is your mom Taiwanese?
Yeah,
Your mom is
they're
Taiwanese,
both
right?
Taiwanese,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
so-
Okay. Yeah.
as far as like learning a language goes, like
It'd be nice to have it, right? Yeah.
and
Easier. Yeah.
So yeah,
That's cool.
Taiwan just seemed like a good spot, and I knew the jiu-jitsu scene here was small.
Okay.
To-
And that's a big
and
thing
that
for
was
you,
a
right?
thing. I'm
Okay.
like, yeah, all right, let's check it out.
Okay,
See what
that's
I can
cool.
do here.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
The rubber guard, bring in the rubber guard.
Yeah. I knew there was no 10th Planet here.
no rubber guard, no 10th
And
planet. Yeah.
before I met Marshall, I was under the assumption I was the only one.
You were the
here.
only 10th planet
So,
guy. Okay.
I guess he's been here longer than me. I think.
Oh yeah, he's been here a little while. Yeah. You've been here what this time? A couple years?
4 years now.
Okay, well that's quite a while.
Yeah.
Did you start right away, jiu-jitsu, or
Teaching?
like anything? Like
no.
jumped into scene training, right?
Yeah. When I
And
first
then
came
teaching,
here, I
yeah?
went straight to.
Yeah.
I hopped around looking for gyms to train at,
Okay.
just to get a feel. But when I first came here, I taught English, and
Okay.
I hated it a lot.
That's a very common story. Yeah.
The money was pretty good, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Everyone teaches English to start.
Yeah,
things, man.
yeah.
I did.
My situation, I feel
Yeah.
like it's a little bit different than a lot of
Okay.
foreigners who come
Sure,
here because
sure, okay.
I am Asian.
Okay.
And,
but I don't think. I mean, I don't know. You don't think you look Asian. I mean, you don't. I mean, you look.
This
People
helps.
think I'm mixed, man. Everywhere.
Yeah?
Yeah. If they'd be like, "Oh, yeah, you came here because your grandma's from Taiwan," I'm like, "What? No, came here just because I thought it was a good idea."
When I first started, when I came
Yeah.
here looking for teaching jobs, I would start with like those phone interviews.
Sure.
Like they call and like
Yeah,
talk to
yeah.
me and everything, and then I would go, and they would see that I'm Asian,
Okay. Yeah.
and they would be like they didn't say anything at the time, but I would
Okay.
get a call like later, and people would be like, "You look Asian."
That's so weird. It's
Y-
crazy,
yeah,
right?
because I'm half, and they're like,
Yeah.
"But your last name is
Yeah, but-
Bateman,
but
and you
it's
speak
like a
your
white
voice
line,
don't
yeah.
you sound white?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm half. and
Yeah,
half."
I am white,
So
kinda,
they're like,
right?
"Oh, it's not gonna work."
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
bad.
so they didn't.
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of places didn't want me.
That's a lot of people have the same story. Actually,
Really?
yeah, it's
Okay.
a lot of people have that same story. Actually, sometimes when people are looking for teachers,
Yeah.
they'll say, "Yeah, can't be Asian." It's like, what? Sometimes it'll be like, ABCs welcome or whatever, and sometimes it'll be like no ABCs.
Okay. I mean, eventually I gotta get.
It's weird. Yeah, sure. It's weird because you would think that somebody who knows the culture more than just, you know, random white surfer boy,
yeah,
you know, would be more priority. But it's weird. I mean, I think that I remember going to this one school. I moved to Danshui from Banqiao, and I was coaching soccer out there. And I'm like, well, I'm going to look for an English gig out there. So I was on the MRT, and I look out the window, and I see this huge kindergarten still there. I know the owners still. It's called New World Kindergarten. And I get the number. I'm like, okay. So I get home, call them up, and they're just like, hi. I'm like, you guys need an English teacher? I just moved to the area. And they're like, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from Canada. And they're like, okay, well, what do you want for pay or something? And I think I said $700 or something. And they're like, well, we pay $600, but come in the morning and figure it out. So I got there like 8:30, and they're just like, okay, I'll give you $700. So I'm like, I got my resume. I'm great with kids. Like I've been coaching soccer since I was 12. You know, I've been here for like 4 years. And they're like, that doesn't matter. Just you're good. Okay. And I'm like, what? That's it? You don't want to like? They're like, no.
Most of the places I went to,
it's crazy. The opposite, probably. Yeah. No, it's weird.
Some of them wanted me to like have like the special like certificate and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, it's because I came here a long time ago.
Right. I know it used to be.
So it used to be no certificate. They'd be like, do you have a certificate? I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
I know people who are teaching English right now who ain't got anything like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. For sure. And it's funny because I remember though one time when I was teaching, and I was like on the second floor, and I hear this like, hey, Ed, can you come downstairs? I'm like, yeah, sure. I come downstairs, and Taiwanese guy walks in there like with a Benz and like a wad of cash, right? And he's just like, where's your English teacher? He's like, Ed, come here, come say hi to this guy. I'm like, hey, how you doing, man? And he's just like, starts laying out the blue bills. Where are you from? Canada. And I'm like, okay, thank you. You can go back to work. Like, what?
Was that your salary?
No, it was just he was paying the tuition. He was paying the tuition. He's like, I don't believe there's a white-looking person.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, oh, shoot, you got it. Okay, cool.
Good enough for me.
And I'm like, okay. It's weird. It's weird for sure. But hey, man, what do you do, right?
Yeah.
But I started with that, and then eventually got married, and I thought, what do you want to do? And we kind of started this. Well, cool. Not this, but a stand, and then grew to this. Yeah.
You started with the stand?
Started with a stand about 14 years ago. And we did a stand for 1 year, and then a little restaurant for
I didn't know that.
3 years, and then a not medium, like a little bit of a bigger restaurant here, and then this one's 5 years, but from beginning till now, it's been about 14.
Okay.
It's crazy. It's a crazy business.
You were at a different location?
We actually had 2 here for a little while. Yeah. But actually, this year we closed the other one. There was, a little bit of there was a neighbor issue, but that was okay. We just, at the end of the day, we just couldn't find enough people to just, we're like, that place is closed twice a week. This one's closed once. Don't have enough staff. Might have to close twice. I'm like, the rent's pretty high in this one.
Yeah.
So I said, let's just do one for now. Yeah. And then like a month after that was done, COVID came and like all the restaurants were shutting down, and I was like, that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Not good, but yeah. We kind of got
good business decision.
Yeah, it was a good decision, man.
Cool.
So let me pull up. Let's grab another wing, and I'll pull up another picture. Yeah.
Okay. A wing.
So that is made with the long Taiwanese cayenne chilies, like those long red ones you see if you ever go to a market.
Yeah.
So that's not too spicy, but go for it, man. Drum or wing, whatever you want, brother. Yeah.
Go back and forth.
Yeah, man. Get that. Oh man, Aaliyah is so stoked to see you, dude.
Yeah. I saw her running around.
She loves jiu-jitsu, man. Like I said, I'm like licensed soccer coach, right, from Canada and stuff. And I've been doing that my whole life, and I coached soccer here for many years as well. I even still help now when the clubs that I know need help, MFA. But she never really, she did not like it, but she was kind of like, yeah, you know. And I love, you know, she's been watching UFC since she was born, and so, you know, I thought, well, let's try that. And actually, Elroy, you know, Elroy Neal, this guy called Elroy, he's like, there's a jiu-jitsu thing nearby here, and I was like, in Tiamu, there's no way, because I would know. And he's like, no, it's specifically a kids one, and he sent me the link to Sprouts, right, to you guys.
Oh, really?
And I was like, what? How is this here? And I don't even know about it, right?
You're pretty new when you.
Yeah, was it? Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So I was like, how do I not know? That's crazy, right? Because I mean, I fighting and all the guys, they're always like, hey, you come out here, but it's far for me, right?
Yeah.
Like to go from here to there is far, and I mean to make it like a routine, it's tough because it's just too far. And we went, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
And we just started telling our friends, and
sometimes I'm a little surprised, like when. I don't want to sound weird or like
no,
I don't know how to say it, but when girls are super into it because like kids,
sure,
like adults, I get it, but like little boys, it's like roughhousing and wrestling is like it's like a part of them at that age, so it's like super easy for a lot of them.
Like my daughter, she's so soft usually, right? but she loves it.
Girls in general, it's like a lot of them here even like they're really timid and don't want to any physical contact or anything like that.
Danny's pretty rough. Danny's awesome.
Aaliyah and Danny are like
Aaliyah took a little while to get there. It's funny because she was loving it for like the first while, but she's so soft and just getting like, as a dad, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's getting her ass beat all the time. I'm like, okay, we can wait. And then, you know, she was just happy to just get smashed. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, look, don't wait until you're like completely compromised. I'm like, when it's like a 50, just go for it. You got to just go for it, kid. Just go. I don't have a boy. I've got you. So you got to be both. You got to go for it, right? And she's like, okay. And I'm like, look, she plays this video game called Roblox.
Yeah, I know.
You know it? So there's an in-game currency called Robux, right? You spend real money and it gives you like an in-game currency. It's ridiculous. It's genius for them. I mean, for me, I'm like, oh my gosh, right? So I'm like, look, looking around, and Orion's a killer, right? Orion's amazing. Orion's crazy, right?
I don't know.
I'm like, if you can hold Orion down for a whole round, I'll buy you Robux. She's just like, done. Really? And it was like, and she did it. And then from then, she was like, okay, I like that. She liked it, So I like totally bribed her. But I was like, and then she comes over for a drink. She's like, you owe me Robux. I'm like, okay, no problem. No problem. I'm like, how was that? She's like, I was good. I'm like, okay, well, let's go. So it's pretty funny. She likes it, man.
That's actually a big part of the jiu-jitsu philosophy is you don't want to wait.
Yeah, right.
You're already being smashed.
Yeah, because so, I mean, it's hard to when you're like high mount. It's like, what do I do? Right. I'm done pretty much. Yeah. Right. I mean, especially for new people that are just like, I have no idea.
Right. The longer you wait, the harder it's going to be.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It happens to me quite a bit, and sometimes I'm able to power out, but like I was rolling with Antoine Ferris, the sensei of the gym. Yeah. And I roll with him sometimes, and he's like literally coaching everybody else, not even watching what I'm doing, and I'm like trying my hardest to get this guy off, and he's just kind of like, yeah, no, you're doing good. Yeah, it's like coaching everybody else. And I'm just like, it's crazy because I can't do anything. Yeah. I mean, obviously he's been doing it a long time, but
right.
But it's pretty crazy to have. Did you see that video with Matt Serra? Yeah, there's one video of Matt Serra
where
there was like this drunk dude who was getting crazy, and he just kind of like mounted him, and the guy was just like, "I'll kill you," and he's like, "Yeah, sure, buddy, just take it easy, relax."
It's just like,
it's crazy. Yeah. That's what I felt
out.
like. I'm like, God, I can't move. It was pretty funny though, dude. Pretty funny.
Yeah, one of the reasons I really got into jiu-jitsu was because of the sparring. And
it's really fun, man.
It makes everything real for you.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's fun and it's pretty enjoyable. And actually, like I said, like I'm really new, but when I was able to learn something, and then sometimes it doesn't click, but then if you try it and it works, it's like, whoa, that worked. That's crazy, like you're in like a butterfly guard and you kind of grab the arm and and you kind of get the guy over and you're like, what? That's crazy. That works. It's so awesome. You know.
I feel like
I love it. Yeah.
I train with a lot of big guys, and I teach a lot of bigger guys right now, in UFC especially. And for them, like I understand the like. You come in, you're a big, strong guy. You think you can just
you think you can do whatever.
Anybody. But when I started jiu-jitsu, I thought that way too, because I was super athletic.
Okay, yeah.
For a 50, but I'm like 57 kg guy.
Okay,
again,
sure.
I'm like super small, and I went in to do, and I'd done like wushu and karate.
Okay,
and stuff
sure.
as a kid.
Cool. Yeah,
so,
that's another question.
And I was super in shape from mountain. I used to do a lot of mountain biking. Yeah.
You're just like ripped.
And my roommate, who's like 220 pounds.
Like
I was like, oh, I'm gonna just. He was in I was in between his legs, so like a closed guard.
Okay, sure.
And we were in the gi, and I just grabbed his collars and I just picked him up.
Yeah.
And I ruined my back.
Okay, shoot.
And I was like, it's like one of those like,
oops.
And then he like proceeded to like, once he got on top, he just like, smashed me in.
It's crazy,
like,
right?
This is real life.
Yeah. Well, it's true. Yeah.
It's like a humbling.
No weight class. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
the humbling is crazy. Yeah. Like I've got like my buddy Roger. He goes to yours sometimes. Roger Dunkley.
Yeah.
Like he's about, I think he's about my height, maybe a little bit shorter, but he's way lighter. But he's so sharp.
Right.
Like his neon belly is like a sword to the gut.
His pressure is pretty.
He's good. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Like he's like when he's on top, like just his his everything just feels so sharp, and I'm like, dude, stop poking me with your elbow, you know? Like, damn it, you know? It's pretty crazy, yeah. He's a great guy too, man.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
I love his attitude.
Oh, he's just like, I love Roger. He's so happy all the time, man. Shout out to Roger, man. I love that guy. Let's check out this picture right here, man. The Balkan.
So that's.
So what's that? Look how you're young there, dude.
That's the
first one.
The first team photo for like that we ever took.
Okay. How old were you there?
I'm 21.
This is really?
Like brand new.
Brand new. You're white. Is that a white belt? It is.
Yep. It's a brand new gi, brand new. No stripes on it or anything.
No stripes.
So this is like
crazy.
the very. I think I was like maybe only like a month in or something.
Really?
Like
okay. Yeah. So how often do you recommend somebody to go? Like if they want to really.
They say
progress?
3 times
a week
is the minimum.
Okay.
I think. I don't remember. I was going like 3 to 5 times a week at this.
3 to 5.
Yeah,
shoot.
So
okay. Wow.
Depends on like the work schedule.
Yeah, that's the problem when you're an adult. Yeah. Well, that's why like if it was a morning class, I'd be able to go all the time. But I'm squeezing it. I want to go. I'm gonna try to go like a Monday or something. Yeah. And maybe a Monday and a Thursday would be good.
I feel like 2 times you'll progress, but if going only once a week, it's really hard to retain what you.
It is hard because I forget a lot. You forget you within a week. I mean, so much stuff happens in your life, and you just forget. Yeah. But I do really like it. So it's sticking. Some of the stuff's sticking in there. Yeah. It's sticking, but it's definitely.
Find the things that you have great success with. Those are the ones that.
Yeah. Well, like I was saying.
Like your butterfly sweep.
Yeah. The butterfly sweep.
I'm gonna remember that one forever.
And the and what was the other like the bridge? Like could you kind of trap the arm and you bridge?
Yeah.
And I'm because I seen you guys teach Aaliyah that.
Right.
And I was like, oh, that's so cool. And then we learned. I'm like, oh shoot, I know this one.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna do it. And then I actually. Somebody was kind of going for a collar choke, and I just like swept them. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
And then they were just like, whoa. And he was lighter than me, so it was like, whoa. It was just like, whoop.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that was great. Yeah. One of my buddies also is like, he's a super chef, like restaurant guy, and he about 2 months ago, 4 months ago. When did I start? Maybe 4 months ago. He was like, hey, I just moved to the area. I'm gonna go check out TMMA. I'm like, well, I'm just about to start at. Another one called Fairs, and it's like really small, really intimate. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Take care. Bye. Have a good one. Yeah. Have a good trip. Thank you. And I was like, and it's really small. I got a buddy that goes there. His name is Roger. I know a few people that went there, and they love it. And it's like a 10-minute walk from my house, which is nice. I'm like, oh, that's great because I did go to check out the UFC gyms, which are amazing, but it's a drive, man.
Yeah.
And I can't make it I won't be able to make it all the time.
It's a different environment out there.
Yeah, it's tough too. It's tougher, right?
Yeah.
So it's just tough to get I rarely ever leave Tianmu, to be honest. But yeah, so we went, and he's also a white belt, and yeah, we did. We've been doing it for a while, but last week was the first time I rolled with him. He's going twice a week. But he's a little bit smaller than I am, and like I just was like Americana, like I was like boom, I'm like on top Americana. So I swept him a couple times.
Nice.
And he's just like, dude, I dare you to try something else. I'm just like, what? I'm like, what? He's like, I dare you. I'm like, I don't know anything else. That's the only thing that actually works when I'm on top, because I don't know what else to do. Every time I try to arm bar, I end up just getting swept over. I'm like, because I'm just like, oh, let me try that. Whoop. Oh, I'm on my back now. So it never works. Yeah. I'm missing pieces in the middle for sure.
No, I always say it's on him. He's got to learn to defend it.
I'm like, dude, I'm like, he's like, dude, I dare you to try something else. Yeah. It was so funny. Like, I don't know anything else, man. Shoot.
I had a training partner back in the States who, I think I was a blue belt by this time, but he was like the first training partner that was my size that came to the gym. Okay. But he was like super aggressive. He was still stronger than me, and we had like a similar situation like that, where it was like every day we sparred, he would just guillotine me. And like either I got out and swept him, or he like tapped me, and it'd be like that for like 5-minute rounds. Really? 5 days a week. Really? Like that for like
so your
years.
Guillotine defense is legit,
My half guard and my guillotine defense like just kept going. I mean, his choking skills kept going up too, so it's like in the end it kind of benefited everybody, but at the time it was just like
I always feel sometimes I'm the only thing that worries me is like if I think I've got something, I don't know how hard to squeeze. I'm like, how hard am I supposed to squeeze this guy? I'm like, I don't know. So I don't. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, well, that's it. I don't want to break anything. I'm like, everyone's still like, they'll have jobs and stuff. Yeah. Right? Like, I'm not trying to kill anyone.
I always say when it comes to the limbs, take it slow. Yeah. But when it's a choke, like just
choke him. Okay.
Worst case scenario, he falls asleep.
Yeah, he falls asleep.
And then he wakes up more relaxed than he was before.
He's like, feeling good. Let's snag that last one and we'll start on the second round. Yeah. This is Korean. This is a Korean style. Yeah. This is our only kind of fusion-y ones. Yeah. Yeah. They're a little bit cold.
It's getting a little spicy. Yeah. That's still good though.
One of my ex-staff, he showed us this recipe. He had a Korean restaurant, and then like as soon as we put it on the menu, like the first day, group of Korean dudes show up and they're like, "Oh, what?" And I'm like, "Oh, dude." He's like, "Yeah." They're like, "I'll get Korean wings." I'm like, I'm all nervous, like, are you sure you want to try the other ones? It's like, no, and they liked it, so I was kind of like, all right, cool.
Nice. When I went to Korea, one of the things I learned over there is that chicken wings and beer is super popular over there.
Super, yeah, for sure, brother.
Like really threw me off. I'm like, what? Like,
it's weird, because when Korea was I went to visit a couple times. For a few days, and I just feel you can smell that one. You smell that? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel definitely, because I've been here for so long. I was just like, everyone's gonna be chill, but definitely the people. And out of all the countries that I've been to, the Asian ones especially, I think the Taiwanese are most friendly and welcoming. Because for me, I mean, I've been here for a long time, and then I'll speak Chinese, and they're like, "Oh, you've been here a long time? Oh, you're Taiwanese." But I mean, I have friends that live in Japan for 30 years, and they're like, "No."
Yeah.
Even their kids are like they're like, "No, you're not Japanese."
Right.
It's like, oh, geez, okay. Wow.
I mean, they're great to like.
Food's amazing. I love
nice
Japanese
to tourists.
food.
And stuff for sure. Like that, when you're trying to like.
But I've heard that, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me pull up. What are we doing here? This was an interesting one. I was like, what is this, like a garbage can? What are we doing?
This is one of the things I liked most about my first gym. And he had a blue belt test. And the blue belt test was, we had lots of outside people come and train in our gym. And if they ever heard or saw about this test, they would always say it was the most like insane thing they've ever seen. And so it was basically like a 2-day test where the first day it would just be you, and you had to fight everybody in the gym for the whole class, just round after round after round, nonstop. And it's like a 2-hour class. So there'd be like warm-ups in the beginning and all that, but then it's like, we call it like, it's like a Shark Tank kind of thing.
Okay.
And the first day would be, the first day was everybody would have big boxing gloves on and they could punch you. And you couldn't punch back.
Oh my God.
You could only use jiu-jitsu. And there was like another one where like they weren't allowed to like use jiu-jitsu themselves, the guys punching. So like they just had to be like aggressive and throw
just wailing on you, and you're trying to catch a choke.
Yeah. And yeah, it was super
That's pretty cool
brutal,
though. Oh my
especially
God.
when you're super small and
when you're
everybody's
smaller
like
than everybody.
200 pounds. It was really rough.
I bet.
And the second day, which I think this one's the second day, it's the same thing.
Okay.
The next class skill, which I think
and that's
for me
2
was
days
like,
in a row, or was
yeah,
it?
Yeah. Well, it depends whenever the next time you show up.
Yeah.
But for me, it was 2 days in a row, and it's the same thing, but then it's just jiu-jitsu.
Okay. It's jiu-jitsu,
like
sparring, rolling,
just
right?
everybody over and over, and there was no breaks. So it's like as soon as the time limit was up, the next guy would jump in, like literally like jump in. So if you were like laying on your back, the guy would get
totally
off. He would just
gassed.
jump. Some guy would just jump on your neck and start choking you and just
oh my
choke you
gosh.
and choke you and armbar you. And it was all like about like mental toughness.
Sure.
Showing.
It's like Navy SEAL stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of like proving to yourself that you're capable of.
Okay.
What you're mentally capable of.
It's pretty awesome, man.
And this is me like about one of the like 5 times I'm about to throw up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you throwing up? Okay.
My coach is running by. He's to take the trash can away. He's like,
"Don't you dare!
Like, don't you dare!" Yeah, exactly. Like you've rested long enough. It was
That's
like
hilarious.
30 seconds.
That's awesome.
And yeah.
And that was a blue belt.
It's the
test?
blue belt test.
Okay.
Yeah. And
wow.
It's super savage. The last like 10 minutes. The coach would fight you.
Oh shoot!
And like my head coach is like 260 pounds.
Oh,
6 foot, like 4 or 5. So he's like
he's
huge.
A giant.
He's a huge guy. Yeah.
Okay, it's a beast.
And I know he went a little easier on me than some of the other guys, but like he would like rough you up.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, it was.
Your face is
right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's such a great.
It's one of those
dude.
like. Why am I here?
Yeah, like do I really want this
should
belt?
I quit
now?
Yeah.
That's
and
cool, dude.
There's like one point in that where I remember somebody's like punching me in the head, and I'm like dead tired, and my eyes are closed, but I can see white flashes of light.
Oh shoot!
Going on in my
gosh.
head. And
oh my
just
gosh!
Like, all right, I gotta move. And
oh my gosh!
So, yeah,
that's incredible, man. I like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Mental toughness things.
Let's see if we got it. Oops, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think I love it, man. Like I said, I mean, I haven't done that, but I think the jiu-jitsu is amazing. You were talking about you're amazed when girls like it. I think again, because Aaliyah is mostly with me, right? So she watches UFC all the time, and she like the first time I took her to a WOTD, you know, one of the Way of the Fighting.
Yeah.
I didn't say we're going to WOTD. I said we're going to UFC, right? And she was just like, oh yeah, you know. It's like, all right.
UFC.
And we walked in, and she's like, this doesn't look like UFC. I'm like, yeah, it's the same thing. Look, there's the octagon, you know. And she's like, well, she's like waiting for like the lights and everything. And she's like, yeah, but I don't see John Jones. She's like 5 years old. She doesn't even know who John Jones is, I think, but she's like, I don't see John Jones. I'm like, what? John Jones? Yeah, he's busy today. He's not coming.
Was it one of the smaller ones?
It was. Yeah, it was a smaller one. Yeah. And she's just like, well, I don't see John Jones.
Because WOTD's put on some big.
Oh yeah, we actually did we catered at one, not catered, but we sold tacos at one in the Taipei Arena.
Okay.
They had one at Taipei Arena, which was huge.
Yeah.
It was really cool. Did you fight in that one, or did you go?
I
You worked it.
Yeah,
okay. It was awesome, man. Yeah, it was good stuff.
Yeah.
And they did like all the intro videos. I think it was good. It was very well done.
Yeah.
I'd like to see
really surprised.
that stuff grow, man.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that, there's a Pro FC, right? This Saturday.
Yeah,
so maybe talk a little bit about the Pro FC, yeah?
Yeah, so so there's 2 different types of fights going on. There's an 8-man tournament, which is like that's just one-on-one submission only.
Beautiful. Okay.
Thing. And then I'm competing.
Is it no gi or is it gi?
Yeah, it's no
open
gi,
weight?
submission only, open weight.
Okay, no gi, open weight.
And all skill levels. So not everybody in there's a black belt, but
really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, so you can go in there and
that's gonna be. I'm super excited to see
that'll be entertaining for sure. Yeah.
And then I'm competing in it's a two-man tag team tournament.
Yeah, explain that because I'm curious about that. When I heard about that, I was kind of like, wow, that's interesting.
So Marshall, he's the one that asked me to do it, and at the time I'm like, okay, yeah, it's probably this must be some like there's two people, but they fight one-on-one. If you get tapped, then the next guy goes in. Yeah, because that's how some tournaments have done it.
Okay.
And so I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll do that, whatever, it should be fun. And my partner's like, okay, we got to come up with a strategy and all this stuff. Like, I can pull him over to you. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's like, it's just one-on-one
like pulling
match.
him over.
Yeah, and he's like, no, it's like a real tag team match.
That's crazy.
So he like sent me some videos, I looked up some videos. And
is there a lot? Is there anybody else doing that? Like you're saying you found videos of this?
Yeah, it's based on, inspired by some other submission underground guy.
Go for it. Yeah, keep going.
And basically, if my plate's the ring, there's like two guys in the middle, and then the other two are just standing by the cage.
It's like WWF.
And you tag your partner in anytime you want. Okay. If somebody's got you in a full rear naked choke, but your partner's right here, and you tag him, they have to let it go. And so
really,
it's gonna be wacky, yeah.
That's cool. That sounds like fun, though. It sounds like fun.
I think it'll be super fun, but
would it be like?
It's gonna be wild.
I mean, it's not like full that you can't run in and just kick them off.
No, but there's a 3-second window where you can hold the opponent while your teammate comes in.
Okay.
So for example, I have a guy, I have his back, and I'm trying to rear naked choke him, but I can't tap him. I can tap my teammate, and when he jumps in, I can hold you for 3 seconds while he sets up whatever he wants. So,
oh wow, that's so cool.
Yeah,
man. That'll be interesting, man.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun. And it's also like a Grand Prix thing, right?
Yeah, there's 4 teams.
Okay.
And
so we're definitely gonna go. We're gonna definitely go to this one.
Yeah.
I know you, right? I know Marshall. Is David's not going, right?
David, no, he's not doing it.
No. Yeah, Dimitri, right? Dimitri, I think, is in one of them.
Yeah,
he's in one of them.
Yeah.
I know a couple of the guys. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy
That'd be
from.
Fun.
I don't really know how to pronounce his name, but it's like Danimal. That's his gym.
Yeah, that guy. That
guy's super good. He'll be down there.
That'll be fun, man. It's gonna be awesome.
2 coaches from UFC gym.
Okay.
Rafael.
Okay.
Who I train with him.
Okay.
A lot. And he's super good. And Michael. Another UFC guy.
It's cool, man. That'll be cool. Yeah, we're excited. We're gonna go watch that. We wanted to go to the kickboxing last week, but it was.
Yeah, me too.
Just couldn't get out of here, and I was so bummed because I knew a couple of people fighting, and it's like But this time we got to go because you're fighting. We want to go watch that, man. It'll be good.
Yeah, I think the tag team thing is gonna be wild.
That'll be interesting for sure. Yeah, it'll be good. Yeah. All right, on, brother. Should we grab the second round?
Let's do this.
All right, so that go for a drum or whatever you want to do, dude.
What is this one?
So this is similar to the cayenne one, but it's made with those little Thai chilies that are like the bird's eye chili. Yeah.
This one's kind of sweet.
Not too spicy
yet,
right?
I'm doing better than I thought.
Okay, good. Yeah.
This one's really...
You got the wet ones there, whatever. You got the wet naps. You do whatever you need, man. So you've trained other martial arts before jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Right? Like, here, let me pull this one up right here. Bam.
Oh, yeah. I was actually doing jiu-jitsu during this, but...
okay.
This is just, I thought was...
You're in Thailand.
In Thailand,
it looks like it, right? Yeah, okay.
So when I went to Thailand... I'm a blue belt at this point, but
okay.
My dad was like, "You're in Thailand, you got to try Muay Thai or something."
That sounds
like
cool.
That.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's great, but like,
how old were you there, man? You look so young.
22, 23. Yeah, I'm still super young. So
okay, yeah. So what do you think of Muay Thai? How was that experience?
So my dad got me these private lessons with this guy, and I felt like as soon as I stepped in, he like gave me this look like, this motherfucker thinks he's gonna learn Muay Thai in 3 days.
That's the best.
And that's like exactly what I thought, which is
and you're
I was super reluctant to do it.
Okay.
But I'm like, all right, it'll be an experience, and he just like made me suffer the first day basically.
Really?
Like he had like this like 5-pound jump rope.
Okay.
And he was like 10 minutes.
Okay.
And that was like how I started. Luckily, I'm like in really good shape.
Yeah, well, you got the abs popping through, even with the shadow, dude.
Yeah, I was super good shape, so I stuck with it, but
this guy's like punk.
3 days,
this is my life's work.
Yeah. And you just
that's awesome.
kick the bag, and every day I would throw up.
Oh my
in his class, and he would be like, "You can stop," and I'd be like, "No, let's keep going." And I think by the third day, I earned his like respect a little bit.
Okay, well that's
he
good.
was like, all right,
you thought he's gonna break you really easy.
Yeah.
And
just
you're
like some
no
kid
way,
coming here.
That's awesome.
So
I was 22 years old. Okay.
22, 23. Yeah.
What about some other ones? Have you done Muay Thai? You said you've done. We were saying you did wushu and stuff like that.
So I did a little bit of MMA in the beginning.
Okay.
A little bit of Muay Thai is part of the MMA thing.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I did wushu, which is like kung fu for show.
Oh,
and
okay. Okay.
I was always like, man, this is like, I'm not really learning how to fight. So it was.
So why did you go from MMA to just pure jiu-jitsu?
Almost the same story as how I got my blue belt. I was somebody was mounted on me and just punching me in the face, and I couldn't get out, and I'm like, what am I doing?
You're like, okay.
Like maybe I'll come back when I have some skill.
Okay.
But right now it's like these guys can take me down at will, and I can't get out or sub anybody. Let's just stick with jiu-jitsu, which is the claim to fame is like, oh, you're a small guy, you can still beat bigger guys.
That's it. Yeah, right? I mean, and it's true. Totally true. Like Royce Gracie, right? Like UFC 1. Like everyone's like, I mean, this little guy is gonna get smashed, and he just crushed everybody, right?
Yeah. And as I got better, it became more like a personal reality of mine. So.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. So now it's been 11 years, you said, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's obviously it's part of your life. It's like a huge part of your life.
I used to be like the humbler kind of person. Whenever some like guy with a chip on his shoulder would come in,
you're like,
I coach him.
Give him to him.
Especially my 10th Planet coach, he always be like,
he's
fuck him up.
He's like this guy.
Like me, like I can't do that. He's so fucking big. And I'm like, sure enough, I would tap the guy.
Just tap him.
Yeah, like
Yeah, you're tough, right? I'm gonna give you. See that guy over there?
Yeah.
That guy, yeah.
It's like he's so small.
You can tap him out, you're in.
Yeah.
That tiny guy, no way. That's awesome. I love that, man.
Yeah,
very cool. So got a little 10th Planet photo up in there, right?
Yeah. So that's the gym that me and my coach started.
Okay.
My coach is me. My coach is the one on the left.
Okay.
And then our coach, the 10th Planet coach, is the guy right below me.
Okay.
Rick Marshall. He's
with the 10th rash guard.
Yeah, rash guard. Yeah, he's super good.
Yeah, it's funny because I always wondered why they call it a rash guard, right? And then my first time I was doing gi jiu-jitsu, I just had like a tank top or something under, like something really like
loose,
basic and loose. Yeah. And then I'm like, whatever, you don't feel anything. You go, and then you go home, you take a shower, and everything burns. I'm like, it's just like, I'm like,
especially when you get collar choked and your neck's all red.
Rash guard, got it. Okay. Yeah, so funny.
So the two purple belts or purple rash guard guys and me, this is our club that we opened.
Okay.
And this is where I got a lot of my teaching experience from.
Okay.
So sometimes I would teach, and sometimes the other two guys would teach.
Nice. Is there a lot of girls? Kind of. What is it? One girl?
There's only one. That's just like it's like a seminar, so special event. So
is it? Do you think it's growing with the women as well right now, jiu-jitsu? Or 10th Planet has like
10th Planet,
girl,
in the States, I would say it's pretty popular for girls.
Like that one young girl who's like crushing everybody. That 10th Grace, I think.
Oh yeah, Grace Gundrum, yeah.
So that's pretty amazing. Yeah, I watched a lot of her stuff.
Already a black belt, and she's like 18 or something like that.
Incredible, yeah. How long does it take to get a black belt? Like it seems like it's way longer in jiu-jitsu.
I feel like it's getting shorter though.
Is it?
Yeah. Okay, so when I started, it was like 10 years minimum.
Okay.
And now you got lots of like people who are like 4, 5, 2 years. They get a black belt.
What? Really?
Yeah. They're 2 years. I think BJ Penn got his blue belt in like 2 to 4 years or something.
Oh, he starts subbing everyone.
Yeah.
I seen, who was it? Somebody somebody, I can't remember. It was a good UFC fight, and he tapped somebody, and then the coach was on the side. He just throws a black belt down.
Oh yeah.
Like, I can't remember who that was, but
that happened to Demetrius Johnson. I think.
I think it happened to him too. Yeah.
A few other guys.
Yeah, it's funny because Aaliyah loves it and stuff. But like my buddy, his kid goes to Taekwondo, and he's the same age as my daughter. He's been going maybe a lot, but maybe 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
He just got his black belt. I'm like, how he's like, he's 8.
Right.
How did he get a black belt? You know, and he's just like, oh, he likes it.
Yeah, I used to kind of rag on that and not understand. But I think part of it is
I don't know.
I don't really understand it.
I don't understand it either. But then I thought, okay, 3 years, you get a black belt. And then you see like chatting with like Marshall. Marshall's like he was a white belt for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Like, well, that's way different. Yeah, it's crazy.
But it's kind of to like, not bring them back up. But I had a guy who I trained with at UFC gym.
Okay.
He is like a super Taekwondo guy. Okay. And he like explained it all to me where
UFC gym.
Yeah.
That's a sick one. Yeah.
He's actually right there, the one in the white.
The buff dude.
Bottom left corner. No, bottom left.
Bottom
TJ,
left.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if he's watching this, but
what's up, TJ?
He's like a super insane Taekwondo guy.
Oh, is
and he explained to me that in Taekwondo, 10th planet or 10th black belt is like where you start. So everything, basically when you get your black belt in Taekwondo, that's like now you can start really applying and learning things. Before that, it's Before that, it's like you're just learning how to kick and punch and move. Yeah. So it's like a totally different approach and mindset, I think.
Well, how? Okay, that's so you obviously you're teaching adults and kids, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel like the differences between the teaching adults and kids? Is that Dave in that? I think Dave's in that.
Yeah, Dave's right there.
Dave Silver. Shout out to Dave Silver. What's up, brother?
Got me on this show.
Yeah, man, let's do it. I wanted to get you on the show, but you were like, no, let's do it. Yeah.
When I first came to Taiwan, my one rule was I'm not going to teach kids.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like my.
You're such an
I had a lot of experience with it with the Simeon Martial Arts School.
Gotcha,
I was an assistant there for a long time.
Makes sense.
And it was chaos, like all the time. We had
it's tough. It's definitely tough. Yeah.
We had we had 3 to 4 teachers.
Okay.
And so when I came here to Taiwan, I forgot exactly where it was, but whatever. They asked me to sub a kids class one time.
Okay.
And I taught it just like an adult class.
Okay.
And it was terrible. Like
really? Okay.
Total chaos. They didn't do anything I said. They didn't listen to anything.
Okay.
And
kids are tough, man.
But it was weird because they liked me. So they said it, and I don't know, some stuff happened. They asked me to teach it full time.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I'm like,
okay.
I need money.
Okay,
I need a reason to quit teaching English, basically. So it was like, because English is how I was making my money. I'm like,
well, that's what we all, like we were saying earlier, we all did that.
Yeah. And like, I need it out. I can't quit English without a good reason.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And when you came here, you were already married, right?
No.
You're not. Oh,
no,
really?
No, yeah.
So
I met
your
my wife
here.
at UFC gym.
At UFC gym?
Yeah.
Yes.
She's in that photo, actually.
Oh my god. Oh, really?
Yeah. She's the one in the pink sleeve one. Yeah, that's her right there.
This is pre or post marriage?
This is post, yeah.
Okay. So she, oh wow.
So yeah, she trained jujitsu.
You were teaching there and then you met her there?
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Just kind of hit it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really cool, yeah.
But so the thing I learned most with kids is like, the really young ones, you got to make everything like a game and make everything competitive.
Yeah. Okay.
And don't try to make it look like you're teaching them anything.
Kind of like they learn it.
It's like you learn it in the moment, trick them into learning it. It works so much better.
Yeah.
For the older kids, like Aaliyah's age, they start to like pay attention a little better.
Yeah.
So for them, it's like half games, half serious.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough for Aaliyah because she likes it, but if you get like 1 or 2 kids messing around, then everyone's kind of like, hey, let's all mess around.
Yeah, that's the hardest part.
That's the tough thing with us. When I coached soccer too, it was the same. I mean, so when I taught English and I coached soccer, it's almost the same thing, right? Like basically, I mean, it's a different skill, but like with English, you'd be like, okay, you can't play the game at the end. But most kids don't care.
Yeah.
They're like, whatever, and they're gonna mess around the whole class. But when I would coach soccer, I'd be like, well, everybody wants the big game at the end, right? And I'm like, okay, well, you're not gonna get to play the game.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of like, that's why they came.
Yeah,
they want to play that game. Well, you gotta listen.
That's I do that too. Yeah.
The best. Yeah.
So. For the older kids, like Aaliyah's group, it's more like you don't get to spar.
That's
because they love sparring apparently. So
Aaliyah loves it.
Yeah.
We just moved. I mean, it's been a couple months now, but it's pretty much all settled. I want to get some mats and it's a small place,
right.
but she likes it. I'd like to get her practice. And
me and my crew, my 10th Planet friends, we started in our house.
In your house?
Actually,
Okay.
So we just. Our living room was empty. Like we literally had nothing in there.
Yeah.
And so we're just like, get some mats, put them in there, and invite people over.
Yeah, I think it's good. Like when I was in in college, we did that, but we just wrestled. And no one knew what they were doing. It was just people fooling around. But there's sometimes when there's this one guy. He works at World Gym, and I just saw him this morning there. His name's Jeff. He's yellow. He's a yellow belt. He's higher than me, but
at fairs.
At fairs, and he's like, there's different people at like the same belt, but there's still levels, right?
Oh yeah.
Because I'm like, this guy's like I can roll with like the yellow guys, and it's like I can catch them, but this guy I can't catch him in anything, right? And I'm like, so there's definitely levels, right? And this guy, like, he's just once in a while, like, I'll just like do like some kind of wrestling move. Like if he's kind of like, I don't know what he's doing, is like stepping over, and I kind of like grabbed his head and his knee, and I just kind of like flipped him over.
It's called a cradle.
Yeah, exactly. I just cradled him over, and he's just kind of like, what the hell? I'm like, dude, I'm getting my ass beat. I had to try something.
That's fine.
Because my jiu-jitsu is not working.
Yeah. 10th Planet, we actually use a lot of wrestling.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's so cool. Yeah. Because I mean, it's nice, but I mean, there's definitely. Yeah, like I said, Roger is blue, but I can't catch him in anything. There's no chance. Yeah. He's so sharp. He's just, his ribs. I mean, he's just like neon belly. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, and then you get like bigger guys, way heavier guys, and they do like a neon belly, and I'm like, no problem.
It's a pressure thing. Like some people, they just naturally know how to do it, and others you gotta like teach them for a long time till they can get it.
It's crazy because the other guy's no problem, but Roger, I'm like,
I'm
like tapping off neon belly. I'm like, what's going on?
I've trained with girls at iFighting who they're like shoulder pressure.
Yeah.
Like she's like smaller than me.
Okay.
And I've seen people like her shoulder pressure is like can almost put me to sleep just with shoulder pressure.
Really?
And I've had guys who are like over 100 kg and it feels like nothing.
It feels like it's weird. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
So it's all about angle and pressure.
Let's grab another one, man. This one is starting to get a little hotter now.
All right.
So that's jalapeno.
Okay.
It's like a lot of jalapeno.
A lot of jalapeno.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
But I hate to choose one because it's like your kids, you know, you make all the sauces. But this is one of my favorites. Yeah.
All right, this one's spicy.
It's getting there, right? Yeah. We actually bottled this one and the next one.
Oh.
They sell really well. Getting there, yeah?
All right, I'm feeling it.
All right, good. That's when the horchata comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, wings are half price on Wednesdays, so usually got a bunch of people coming in for wings on Wednesday. How's that one?
Yeah.
There we go, right? Okay.
I'm gonna raise right.
It was gonna be too easy, right? Yeah. Oh, that one still gets me, but I love the taste.
I was getting all confident.
Yeah. There you go. The humbling. It's because I've been humbled so many times in the gym.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a little bit spicy, that one. It's tough because they're fresh, so they. Sometimes the previous one is spicier than this one, and it just kind of, it's weird. Fresh chilies, man.
Dang it, I made that mistake.
Yeah, did you? So, that was spicier than usual.
Okay, I'm glad it's not just me.
Yeah, no, it's spicier than you for sure. So you guys recently started Sprouts, right?
Yeah.
Sprouts Kid. What's brought the name on? Is Sprouts? Sprouts name. What inspired that?
Actually, I gotta give credit to David because the whole thing was his idea.
Okay, David. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
David Way, my partner.
Shout out to David Way.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Shout out to the horchata. I think I'll take a swig of that myself. Yeah. Don't touch your eyes.
Yeah. So the whole reason I started teaching at UFC was because David quit, and they needed a hole to fill, and Mike Leo introduced me, and so that's how I started teaching there. And I trained with David at iFighting, so I would go to his classes and teach at UFC.
David's like a world champ, not like an Asia champ. Like he's a quite pretty high level guy.
He probably won't accept it, and maybe some people in Taiwan will get mad at me, but I feel like he's probably the most accomplished Taiwanese jiu-jitsu.
Every time I see, it's always him who won it. Every time I see any tournament or anything in Asia, I mean, it always seems to be him winning it.
Yeah. Right? As far as like an actual Taiwanese local,
like a Taiwanese.
I feel like he's got to be the most decorated and accomplished person here.
He's not going to the Pro FC. He's not interested in that.
He had a tournament this weekend. Last weekend, sorry.
He won that too, I think, right?
Yeah. So
smashing every time I see anything, he's winning it.
Yeah.
That's cool. He's a pretty big guy too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was like, oh, I hear you teach kids classes. Like, you ever think about maybe we could do something like that on our own? And I'm like, yeah, if you want to do it. And he's like, I'm super afraid to teach kids. Yeah.
He's so good with you guys are both really good with kids. Yeah.
But he used to teach the kids in UFC, and he said it was terrible. He couldn't control anybody. And I'm like, well, I kind of got a system figured out now.
Sure. Okay.
Because I think he was teaching it like an adult class.
Okay. Yeah. It's definitely different. Yeah, to kids and adults for sure.
And I used to always think it was so funny because like when we first started, he was so nervous about teaching kids classes.
Oh, there's one. So keep going. There's little Sprouts.
And I'm like, how can you be so nervous to teach kids class when you compete in these like international tournaments and you're so good?
It's crazy, right? Yeah.
And so, the name is basically the name. He came up with the name.
Okay.
It was like, or not really the name, but he had the logo in mind already, which was like a budding thing. And I'm like, well, that's like a sprout. And I'm like, sprout is a budding. So it's kind of like the kids, like we're helping them grow kind of thing.
Yeah, there's you there. I thought I had one. And he's in there somewhere. I got.
Yeah. He's in a lot of them. So.
Yeah. And that's good, man. I think it's great, and I think you guys do. I think you guys are good. He's actually really good.
Yeah, I mean, I showed him a lot.
It's nice and small classes.
Yeah.
Which is nice for the kids, and we're always. I mean, everybody that I talk to, like I've got so many kids, like friends of kids, friends with little girls and stuff, into jiu-jitsu. Maybe not so much, like some here. Like Danny, because Danny's
Danny,
and a couple others like Dash and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, there's friends in Taipei and stuff, and they're like all putting their little girls in jiu-jitsu. So it's pretty cool. Yeah.
We teach at a place in Yuansan called. Well, it used to be called Fight Club, and now they changed it to like Human Space or something like that.
That's awesome. Oh, I love it.
And we have like 16 students there. We got them in like a month.
Really?
Yeah, and I would say like 12 of them are girls.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. People ask me about my daughter. She's like, oh, does she like soccer? She must love it. I'm like, well, she doesn't really like it that much. And they're just kind of like shocked. I'm like, well, you know what? She loves jiu-jitsu, like Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And they're kind of like, you put your daughter in jiu-jitsu? And they're just like, what? And they're like, well, why? And I'm like, you really want to know the reason why? And they're just like, yes, I want to know the reason why. I'm like, because if shit gets hairy, she can just triangle the motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm like, she just throws up a triangle when she's if she can just do a triangle off, she's good to go.
Yeah, right? I feel like for some people, it's like an individual.
Sure.
You can't count on anybody else.
That was the first reason I put her in.
Yeah.
But I mean, she loves it now. I mean, we love it. But I'm like, if ever something was to go down, just throw it. She can throw up a triangle. And
right.
Put a dude to sleep. I'm like, just put him to sleep.
Yep.
That's it. Yeah. So
Yeah, the kids thing has been going. Yeah. Like me and David are actually super surprised at how well things have been going.
Good, yeah.
Because even when I started, I was like not very confident.
Hey. Okay. It's a lure. Come and say hi. Yeah. She loves it. Yeah, she loves it. She loves you guys, man.
Talking about you right now.
Hi. Say hi.
Yeah.
Say hi to Coach Matt, man.
Hey, man. How you doing? Good. Yeah, we're just talking about you and kids classes.
Yeah. You love your jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, see you later.
Yeah. So she loves that, and that was not just that tribal thing, but it's just, I think it's confidence, right?
Yeah, it's a huge.
There's, I mean, not so much here, but there are still bullying.
That's actually surprising. Is I get a lot of parents telling me my kid gets bullied. That's why I put him in here.
Yeah. I think there is quite a lot of bullying.
Yeah.
Like, I think in Tianmu maybe not so much, but I mean, from what I hear, like mixed kids, if it's not in Tianmu, they can get bullied.
I have a kid in Tianmu, just started, but his parents are two. They said that they're getting bullied.
In the classes here?
He's in Elise's class. Yeah, actually one of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one is it?
His name's Ethan.
Okay.
It's like a new. He's really new.
Okay.
And
really, he's getting bullied.
Yeah. I was super surprised. And then when I used to have a class in Da'an, his mom came up to me one day and was like, I literally saw my son getting bullied and he did nothing about it. And I was like,
so when you like have a kid or whatever that's being bullied, what's the first thing you think they should do? If someone's like bullying and pushing.
Yeah, we actually you have like a bully
kinda, yeah. That's great.
I haven't quite done it with the older kids class. Yeah. But I do it more with the littler ones. Okay. But I have this whole thing, and it's actually based off the Gracies. They have a anti-bully program. So it's actually really good. And so it's this whole like, first you like give them confidence, show them techniques, and then what I do is I bully them, and then they gotta and a big part of it I found out, which is I gotta give credit to the Gracie thing, is like they teach you what to say and how to talk. And at first I'm like, man, that's not important, but when I did it, like I had kids who were like, they were so timid verbally. Okay. You know, like I would walk up to the kid and I'd be like, "Is this your toy?" And they're just like, "Give it to me." Like just give it to you. Like, no, you gotta say no. It's mine. And when I take it from you, like, tell me to give it back to you. And if I don't, like, it's gonna be consequences. You know.
So I mean, like if another kid is like maybe pushing the kid around, like what's
so basically our thing is like
grab the collar, like take them.
It's basically osotogari, which is like a judo leg trip, double leg, single leg.
Okay.
And all we have the kids do is we have them get to mount and just pin them there.
Just pin them in mount.
Pin them in mount. Yeah. No submissions, no punching, no anything like that. That's all you really need to do.
Right? Well, Matt Sarah just did that.
Yeah, exactly. That's literally all you have to do especially for a kid. If you go any further than that, you probably are going to get the kid. Yeah. Your kid's going to get in trouble, not the other one.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
No, that's cool. Yeah, get it, because mount. I mean, if somebody knows what they're doing, I mean, for me, that doesn't know that much, you just can't do anything.
Yeah,
you can't get out. Yeah.
If you don't know how to get out, and the person knows how to control you, you're not getting out. Yeah, it's like a.
Yeah, you're not getting out.
And
that's pretty awesome, dude. Yeah.
There's a kid in the younger kids class at Tianmu named Oscar.
Yeah, I've seen him.
Yeah,
he's pretty tough.
He's a pretty tough kid, but he's really small. I've had this like kid who's like bigger than Aaliyah go into that class.
Oh, really?
Because he was that age group, but he was big.
Okay, just big.
And he was just like super cocky, super bad attitude.
Okay, yeah.
And I had Oscar mount that kid, and I'm like, all right, man, you think you're so tough? Like, get out of mount. And Oscar pinned that kid down for 3 minutes.
Really?
Like nothing, and
it's like
awesome.
It's like
so proud. It's such a proud moment for a coach too.
I love that, dude.
And so that's what I do for the younger kids.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, this is one of that kid in the blue shirt. He was the one that was getting bullied. Yeah. And
where is this one at?
This was in Da'an, but we recently closed it down because they just scheduling issues.
Is it hard to find a location? Is that one of the hardest?
That's actually the hardest part for us right now. Yeah. We're trying not to do too many because we're always like constantly running around and.
Yeah, it's got to be tough to be. Yeah. That was one of the toughest things when I was coaching. Coaching at different areas and fields and stuff like that, right? Yeah.
And also, it's like, I don't know, like business-wise, it's kind of hard because it's like, look, you go to this gym, but if you can't go to the other one unless you pay a secondary fee. Or how do we do that? Like, it's super weird.
How is it here? They're okay. What is it? Pets and Tigers, whatever.
Oh yeah. PTG is really good. Yeah, they treat us super well.
Okay.
Actually, probably one of the best.
Okay,
yeah.
Because we're trying to. What would you say would be the max for a class?
8, me and David talk about this. All the time.
One of you wants more, one of you wants less, right?
David is like, when we first started, he's like 6 or 8, and I'm like, nah, man, like I got like 12 kids at UFC, and I handle it by myself. So, I think for the older kids, you can do like a lot, as many as you can.
They're not really the adults, but they're like they can roll on their own a little bit, right? Yeah.
But with the younger ones, I feel like 16 is a lot.
Yeah.
For 2.
Yeah.
The more kids, you can actually do like unlimited kids, but you got to hire more assistant coaches to help you at this point. Yeah.
What's the ultimate goal with Sprouts in Taipei?
Our ultimate goal is to have our own gym.
Okay.
Yeah. And to branch it out, to have other train other people to teach kids classes.
Okay.
So
like
almost like franchising it. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
That's like our ultimate goal.
That's cool.
So,
I like that. Yeah. I think it's good, and I think it's growing.
Yeah.
And I think once people realize how good it is, I think more people will go.
Yeah. In Taiwan, it's like there's like a hidden demand for it, but there's no supply. Let's put it that way. Like,
that's great. Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah.
Because like generally you want the person teaching the class to be a pretty high-ranking person. Right?
Yeah. I mean, it has to be a certain belt, or
if you care about like the IBJJF rules, which is like the biggest organization.
Okay.
They say like you have to be purple or higher to teach kids.
Okay.
But most people don't care.
Okay.
But
gotcha.
You don't want a white belt teaching kids.
Sure, of
right?
course. Yeah, definitely.
Even a blue belt is kind of.
Yeah, I understand.
You don't know. So, and Taiwan, they don't have a lot of anyone above blue. Yeah, there's very few people above blue belt in Taiwan. Yeah.
Wow.
I think there's actually only 2 black belts that are Taiwanese.
Really?
In this
Okay.
So.
How hard is it to teach kids jiu-jitsu without having them hurt each other?
Yeah.
Like really hurt each other.
Yeah, it's like it's like a learning
Orion's
experience
a monster,
for me. Right.
Orion, you put him on like a new person.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, yeah.
I feel like that's like a continuous learning experience for me because even before I came to here to teach class back in the States when I assisted, we would like have a game, kids would get hurt, so it's like, okay, we can't do that game. We got to modify the rules or like that. So there's a lot of continuous modifying the rules and stuff like that. And
so it's always just a learning process.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And I don't know, I've been doing a lot of like research and reading how a lot of other people in the States do their thing and modifying it for our way. And I think right now it's like the way we teach is like the best it's ever been. We have like the most control and the most fun at the same time.
Like I said, Aaliyah loves it, and the 1 hour goes by so fast.
It goes by super fast.
Super fast, and it's like, oh shoot. Like last time when I had to work and I dropped her off and I rushed back and I was like, I missed the whole thing. Damn it.
Yeah, I know.
Like, damn, yeah. Because I love it. Actually, like there would be times when I'm rolling, I'm under somebody and they're kind of on the mountain, and you guys would show Aaliyah how to just kind of buck them off.
Yeah.
And I did that, and I was like, yes.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, hey, all right, it's great. Yeah.
Yeah, it works.
It's good. Yeah.
Sometimes one of the things that it's a big problem for me is I give way too much, because it's how I teach adults, is I give like too much detail almost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that kind of like bleeds over into the kids class.
Okay.
But
gotcha.
Sometimes like Orion's dad Yushin or like people who know jiu-jitsu, they'll like overhear those little details and like
sure. Yeah.
So I've heard that before. This kind of thing with like, oh, I heard you teach your kids this and I did it.
It's totally happened. Yeah.
So
and I actually saw Orion Americana Aaliyah
Yeah.
And that's how I learned it.
Oh.
That and UFC, but UFC's on TV. It's different, right?
Right.
But if you see somebody's on mount, he just kind of kind of slips it under, and I'm like, oh.
Got to figure out those.
Gotcha.
Like which way?
Because it's different. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So.
Even the Kimura, I feel anyways that the Americana seems easier to get than the Kimura.
Oh yeah. Especially if you're on top. Yeah.
Okay.
It's way easier.
I was like, I can't get the Kimura on anybody.
Yeah.
I get this one.
Right.
On more than.
That's how it is.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm not nuts then. All right, brother. Let's grab the next one.
Okay.
Moving on up.
Yeah. I overcame the other one a few minutes ago.
Rough?
Okay. It was like it hit me quickly and it went away quickly.
Good. Well, let's try the next one.
All right.
I won't tell you what's in it. So.
Oh no.
Okay. I'll take this guy. Oh. Go. Yeah.
Oh man. It was almost like fruity at the beginning there.
Yeah. The funny thing is, the creamier ones are a similar recipe, just different chili peppers. So chili peppers are actually, they can be fruity. It's just because some of them are so hot, you don't really get that because they're just burning you, you know?
Okay. All right, this one's gonna hurt.
Wait till tomorrow morning. So you guys are saying in December. Are there a lot of kids tournaments? There's something in December, right? Woo! Take your time on that one. Yeah, that's a tough one, bro. There's a little zoom action on there.
All right, what was in that one?
Yeah. That one was a ghost pepper. Yeah. Did you run out of root beer?
Yeah, but no root beer now.
Lily, can we have one more root beer? Two root beers, yeah? Thank you. It's not empty. Just regular cup is fine. Thanks.
All right, I'm gonna cheat on you here a little bit.
It's all right. Go for it, dude. You said you had some tricks, right?
Yeah.
What do you got?
I learned this in Malaysia.
What is that? Dried sweet plum without seed. And it works.
We'll see.
Okay, we'll see if it works, yeah?
I'm like lightheaded.
That's how I feel after jiu-jitsu.
Oh yeah, it worked really well.
Did it really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so when I went to Malaysia, they have this, everything's spicy.
Yeah, sure.
But it tastes super good.
Yeah, Malaysian food is delicious, yeah.
As some guy gave me a... Want to try it?
I'd love to try that, yeah. Thank you.
Am I crying?
Just don't touch your eyes and you're good, yeah. Wash your hands before you pee.
Holy crap.
I just drank my whole little shot then.
He gave me like a lime with a sour plum soda thing.
Lime sour plum soda, okay.
And I like cured it instantly.
That's crazy.
I couldn't find anything like that, but this is like a sweet and sour plum.
Okay.
Seems to be doing the trick.
Mm-hmm. It definitely did help, yeah. I actually forgot my question. Oh, it's December. Kids tournament. We'll grab another horchata too. Down it, dude. It's all good. How you doing, man? Looking good, brother. Oh, yeah, looking good on that, man. You're looking great.
I'm like sweating profusely.
Got the zoom on you.
Might be the spiciest thing I've ever eaten.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah.
Well, no, it's all live, man. We're all live. Check it out. Boom. We're live here. Yeah, we do it live because it's just too much to edit, and it's just more fun to do it live.
Oh, I'm dying.
Thank you. Yeah, baby. Ooh, here we go.
Yeah, there haven't been any kids tournaments Well, tournaments in general because of COVID.
Well, because of COVID, yeah.
But anytime there's like an IBJJF tournament here in Taiwan, from what I've seen, they have had kids tournaments. Oh.
Are there any?
And the showing's pretty good, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any like jiu-jitsu schools that are just there's killer kids? Like they just are killers.
I haven't seen any, so.
Because somebody was, I think Danny's mom was like, "Oh, there's this one school and the kids are just they kill everybody." And I'm like, "What? I never heard of that." But who knows, right? Yeah. I'm just curious if that was a thing.
I think it's TMMA or Tornado something.
I have no idea, dude. So what do you have?
I have some killers at UFC though.
Yeah. Do you? Yeah. Eat that plum, dude. Love it.
Oh my god.
Go, so I think. Do you have some kids that you want them to compete in the tournament? Some Sprouts or UFC or
Dave's kid.
Dave's kids are good, yeah.
His older son.
How old is his son? I don't remember. I met him. I met the kids and stuff, but I don't remember.
It's like 9 or 10.
Okay. And they've been doing it for a little bit, or
he's not even 1 year, but dude, he's so athletic and natural.
Okay. So Dave, the kid's got a December. Let's go.
Yeah. If he wants to compete, Dave, if you're listening, you just gotta take it a little more serious.
Okay.
Goofs around a little bit right now, but
okay.
His son could definitely do really well.
You have some in like the Sprouts and stuff that you think like Orion?
Well, Orion definitely.
Orion's a monster, right? Like Orion, like I learned watching Orion.
Yeah, Denny, I think.
Yeah, Denny too. Yeah.
I think she would have fun. I don't know.
Yeah. Her dad her dad loves it, right? You met her dad, right, Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah, he loves it. So that's cool. That's very cool. Lips are burning, eh?
Yeah.
Rita, 可以再给我们2杯 horchata 吗？谢谢。All right, cool. While you're sweating, let's throw this.
Ready? Go. 2 hands, always pull her. You gotta pull her hands away. Push, get close down. Yes, push. 再拿回 close down. 再拿回 close down. 哎呀，拿回 close down. Push your legs. 哎呀，拿回 close down. Then you down man position. 喂，哎呀，快搞 escape. Push. There you go. Hand on the mat. 把手肘放地板，把手肘放地板，手肘放地板 That's good. Just turn. 把你的elbow放在地板，可以吗？保护你的手 Push. Just grab, hold it like that and turn. Now turn. 小心，Good job. Come on. 现在跟你把它翻下来，Arm straight.
Think she forgot which way to go.
Yeah. Arm straight. 拿它的背吧。Okay. Push. Come on, push. Oh, first horse. Get your feet in. First horse. Feet in first. Hold her backwards. Feet in. Okay. Don't squeeze her neck though. Good. There you go. Come on top. Don't get her on. Nice. Hold with the neck. You guys know armbar from close down. Escape from close down. Denny. Escape from close down. 先从 close down 出来，推他的脚 push her neck. Yeah, good.
Push my neck.
Sorry. Go.
Hey, pull my hair.
Over there. Keep going. Okay, go. Your hair. Pass her leg. Pass. Kick her away. 过她的脚吧，过去她的脚。Don't let her over that leg. Oh. Good. Nice. You're back.
Good job, Leah.
Go.
Good blocking, Leah.
Side controller now. Escape. Escape. Protect your arm. Yeah. Escape. Still do a shimmy. Push your hand to the side, right? Do a shimmy. Cross your hands. Let's do a shimmy. Catch my knee first. Okay, 推吧，哎呀，推一下，
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to start them sparring too early.
Yeah, right. It's okay. It's good. Thanks. All good, guys. No worries. Yeah. So I think. Yeah, it's all good. That was spicy. That was pretty rough.
I'm crying.
Yeah. We've got some good footage of you crying. So
Yeah.
perfect.
I haven't cried in 10 years.
Yeah. I think.
All this
I
helps.
think I wanted to ask you about this one.
Yeah,
Really
okay.
kind of that one.
Yeah.
That's such a cool picture.
That's the WOTD.
Is it
what
really?
I did? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Who's that dude in the back there?
He was my he's my co-commentator.
Okay.
So I used to train, or when I trained at iFighting,
Okay.
Kemp.
Bye, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks,
he asked me to do.
Thank you.
He asked me if because I would like
It's in English or is it in Chinese?
English. Yeah, I did
Okay,
English.
okay,
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, Kemp used to always
I
ask.
didn't know that.
He
Yeah,
Kemp was like, he see me like beat all the guys in there. They're all like white belts in jiu-jitsu,
okay,
but
okay.
it's like, yo, you should do MMA, like amateur fight. And I'm like, I got like no striking game, you know. So, but I'm like, yeah, all right, maybe it's amateur, you know. I'll try it out. But he couldn't find a fight for me.
Okay, because of
So-
the weight, right?
Yeah, and the skill level.
Easier to find weight here, no, right?
No, it was like the weight
level, yeah.
plus skill
Well,
level.
what's the belt? Where are you at belt wise now? I mean,
I'm purple.
You're purple, okay.
But so like nobody wanted to fight basically.
Yeah, okay.
And so it's like, so you want to do commentating instead? I'm like, I would way rather do commentating than fighting.
Yeah, let's do that.
The pay is like almost the same,
Yeah, that's funny.
and I don't gotta train, and I don't gotta get
punched
hurt.
in the face. Yeah. No, I think
And so
that's a good picture.
yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Me and that I think his name's Neil.
Was it your first time commentating?
Yeah,
no,
I
how
always
was it?
wanted to do it though.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody.
So-
Is it harder than it looks? It must
Yes,
be.
it is,
It must
yeah.
be way hard because when you're watching UFC. You're like,
Yeah, that's the thing is like me and my friends used to always watch UFC and like the friends who or if like I watch with my family sometimes.
Yeah, sure.
They don't understand anything. Like I could easily explain like
Okay.
especially the ground game. I'm like, oh yeah, he's gonna do this and he's gonna escape because of this, and it would always happen like exactly as I say.
I always found in the last 4 months that I've been going. I've been watching UFC for like 20 years, but yeah, I definitely notice a lot more things. And,
Yeah.
and also like I said that like I don't know, it's like that. I don't even know what it's called. It's like a head and arm choke, but you're like the bulldog reversey choke thing. I don't know what it's called, but I saw that and I'm like, I think I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
And then actually Antoine, he's just like, hey, that's like a super old school, judo, jiu-jitsu thing, and
Yeah.
and I'm like, hey, I saw it on UFC last week. I thought I'd try it. It was pretty cool. Yeah, he's like, yeah, that's awesome, man. I was like, yeah, well, thanks.
But,
I watch a lot of UFC. So
My-
actually, we don't watch much of anything, but we watch a lot of UFC. Yeah.
My commentating partner there, he's he did a bunch of like he's like an experienced commentator,
Okay,
but
cool.
doesn't know much about fighting.
Okay.
So
okay.
me and him would joke like I'm the Joe Rogan and he was
Okay.
the Mike Goldberg.
Goldberg. It
Yeah,
sounds
yeah,
like
yeah,
Goldberg.
yeah.
For sure. Sounds
And
like
so,
Goldberg, dude.
but man, when we got there, like I was like so nervous. Like
Of course, yeah.
when it first started, I was like, I'm real excited to be here.
Yeah, you're just like about to faint. You're like,
But once the action happened,
Yeah.
like my partner did a real good job of like asking me the questions, and I would
well,
explain
that's
the
good. That's
things.
what an experienced guy does, right?
Yeah. The only thing was that I'm like really like I can like tell right away like what's gonna happen just by like seeing like where their arms and legs are. I'm like, oh,
I think that's like the super experience.
he's not gonna get out because of this, and if he needs to get out, this
The underhook
happened, and
here
he's gonna
and
escape the
that,
choke
right?
because of this,
Yeah.
and like I commented twice, and both times there were like 2 or 3 fights where like something happened that shouldn't have happened.
okay,
I'm like,
okay.
he's not gonna be able to get this. It's impossible because
Yeah.
of this. And sure enough, the guy like taps
He
him
gets
with it. Yeah,
and you're like,
I'm
that's
like,
funny.
oh my god. But it makes more hype, is what I learned.
Sure, yeah.
You had Kai Wu on here
Yeah,
before.
Kai's
I
a good
commentated
buff.
his
Did you?
fight,
Yeah?
and
Oh shit, Kai Wu's awesome.
he had this guy in a headlock where like only grabbing the head, nothing else.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's like a really low percentage submission, and
Yeah.
he needs to get his hooks in and take his back, and then he like taps the guy with it, and I was like, what?
What's going on? That's funny. Like who did that? Ben Askren did something like that to Robbie Lawler.
Yeah, that
right?
exact same choke.
Yeah, same choke.
Yeah.
It's like a bulldog choke or something, right? It's like
Yeah.
a headlock.
Right, yeah.
And I'm like, what's going on? with this? I've never seen that. No.
I'd only seen it once before Kai.
Yeah.
So, and it was like a super old school UFC fight.
Nice.
So
yeah. The old school ones, you go back and
yeah.
So I want to ask you about Khabib and Gaethje. What do you think of that?
Yeah.
You watch UFC, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Khabib and Gaethje. I still think Khabib. Yeah. But because I don't really know Gaethje too well. I'd seen some of his early fights.
Did you see him fight Tony though?
I saw parts of it.
That was rough.
And man.
I love Tony.
And that was on short notice too.
It was. Yeah. I do love Tony, and I actually thought it would be close, but I thought Tony was going to win that. But that was rough.
For me, it was always like, hands down Khabib. But then Mario, he's one of the main coach at UFC. I was talking to him one time, and he was like, this was like 6 months ago or more, like way before Khabib and Gaethje was a thing. And I'd say almost a year ago. He's like, this guy Gaethje, I think he can beat Khabib. And I'm like, oh, I gotta take a look at this guy.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he's like fighting. Now he's fighting him. And I'm like,
because he's from like a super small like town, and he's like national whatever wrestling team. Been wrestling since he was 5.
Yeah.
No one can ever take him down because
he doesn't wrestle though.
Yeah, he doesn't wrestle, but he does his defensive wrestling is amazing. But I mean, he's gonna Khabib. I mean, Khabib will still take him down.
Yeah, I think so.
Right?
I think the way he takes it down is not a way that normal, you can like defend in it's not, you can't just sprawl and keep your distance on him. So
it's tough. So I'm excited to see that one, man. I'm excited to see that. I think I'd like to see Gaethje. I like to see the underdog shock the world. Right?
Yeah.
I'd like to see Gaethje win, but if I had to put money on it, I wouldn't say.
I always like put money on the grappler.
Yeah.
So,
well, it's funny.
Or I always root for the grappler.
This is how good Khabib is, right? Like when they were talking about Tony and Khabib, and I'm like, you're like the grappling guy and BJJ guy and 10th Planet guy, and you were still like, Khabib. Khabib's still Khabib, right? Because I was like, no, Tony Ferguson for sure. And then, but I mean, you can't really bet against Khabib. It's too much.
Ferguson's like a wild card.
Yeah, he's
But
he's usually really good.
If there is one thing I have to say is that oh my god, I can't say his name right now. Khabib. His father just died recently.
True.
And his father was like his mentor and his head coach.
Yeah.
So I'm worried that what's gonna happen to him is like a Mike Tyson thing. Where
true.
I don't know. His first coach, Cus D'Amato.
Yeah.
He died, and then
that's right.
Tyson just went downhill from there.
Yeah. What about Tyson and Roy Jones Jr.?
Dude.
What is that? What do you think of that?
Tyson looks. Did you see a photo of him? There's like a photo of him like 20 years ago, and he is just as ripped as he is.
He looks crazy. Yeah.
I love Tyson and his fighting style. So
I grew up watching Tyson when I was a kid. We used to have those big old satellites that used to turn. You probably don't remember, but there was satellites when you wanted to change would actually point into a satellite.
Really?
It would you'd hit like a button, like it would go to satellite C9, and this big giant dish would actually turn.
Really?
Yeah, you don't even remember.
I remember satellite, but I didn't know there. I never seen the super
there was these
big
giant ones, and they would turn.
Yeah.
And so, as a kid, I was able to hack the pay-per-view. I don't know how, but we would just go. You would say it needs to point from here to here, right?
Yeah.
I would tell the computer to turn a dish to here, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then what I would do is I would press enter, and then it would start, and then I'd go cancel, and so it'd be like, and then everything was unlocked. All the pay-per-views were unlocked, and they were all in Spanish for some reason. So we watched all the WWFs.
Nice.
And we watched all of Tyson's fights. Like our house was packed with all the Mike Tyson fights, and it's just like like some of them were the iconic ones where he
just
Leon
wreck
Spinks,
people.
and just like holy cow, it's crazy.
His
Tyson,
fighting style is my favorite.
I love Tyson, brother.
But yeah, that's what I worry is.
Okay.
The great mentor, the great coach passes
tough.
away.
That is tough. I never thought of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think Khabib is mentally just a monster. Like when Dustin Poirier had him in the guillotine, I mean, it looked like he had it pretty good.
Yeah. I remember that.
It looked pretty I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And then the Javier Mendez, aka boxing coach, or one of the coaches there, he's like, Khabib's never tapped. He's not gonna tap. And he's
I
just
believe
like,
that.
Yeah, he's like, he's never tapped.
Yeah.
Ever. I'm like, what? Ever? But yeah, it's like, wow, okay.
So
I tapped my first day. A couple times.
Khabib fought a bear when he was a kid.
Yeah,
You've
exactly.
seen that,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I don't
that's
think he's
crazy,
gonna tap to anything.
Yeah, that's cool, dude. You think you can make the last one, or what are you thinking, bro? Let's go. Get on,
all right.
brother. You're not tapping, so go for it. You can get whatever you want, brother.
I'm like shaking before I even eat this
There
thing.
you go. You can, yeah.
Let me get my plum seeds ready here.
I'm just gonna go rapid fire here.
Okay.
On the some fighters. Just tell me one word answers. What do you think of these guys?
All right.
Yeah? Conor McGregor.
I hated him, but now I like him.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah. The first time he fought Diaz,
Yeah.
I was all Diaz. The second
too.
time he fought Diaz, I was like all Diaz. And then now, if he fights Diaz, I'm like I'm all Conor. I totally switched. It's crazy. It's weird. Yeah.
First time he fought Diaz, I had a really strong feeling Diaz would win.
Yeah.
But the second time, I thought Conor would win. There's one thing about Conor is he's really good at adapting.
Yeah.
So
But he was good. Like, even in the first round against
yeah,
Diaz, the first one he was winning, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But Conor's biggest weakness is like Diaz's greatest strength, which is their cardio.
Yeah. It's crazy, right? All right. Tony Ferguson.
Wild card.
Wild card. Okay.
I always think
Alright.
he's gonna lose,
Yeah,
and then he
so-
wins.
And then he wins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. What about Khabib?
Khabib is
Some action.
my favorite fighter.
Is he really? He's your favorite? Okay, cool. Wow.
Well, anybody who's like a aggressive grappler
Oh, that makes sense.
is my favorite. That's what I like. So
The style bender. He's a real Adesanya. What do you think of him?
yeah, I didn't pay too much attention to him, but
Did you see him in Costa?
yeah, I saw that
I mean,
one.
that was supposed to
That
be
was,
a closer
uh,
fight. Yeah.
But I guess Costa didn't make weight.
Oh, really?
Bye bye.
Costa was
That's why he was all sluggish and slow. And
Oh, okay. I didn't know that he didn't make weight. Yeah.
yeah,
Bye, guys. I think okay. So what do you think of Stylebender now then?
I think it's like the new Anderson Silva, basically.
Yeah. Did you see him fight Anderson
Yeah.
Silva? That was a great fight, right? That was like Matrix, dude. It was awesome. All right. So what about Stylebender versus John Jones?
Is that gonna happen?
It's not, but maybe. Well, I think Stylebender's he's gonna go up to 205 and try to fight Jan Blachowicz. I think he'll kill Jan Blachowicz. Yeah, you too.
I gotta put my money on Jones.
Yeah. Okay.
The only person that can beat John Jones is John Jones.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, he's rough. I love John Jones. What about Stipe and John Jones? Still think John Jones?
That's a little more.
That's tougher, right? I'd probably still say John Jones, but what do you think? You made it, dude.
I might give it to that one actually wasn't as bad.
Okay, cool.
It took longer to kick in.
They kind of go. It's fresh, right? So they kind of just go. It's weird. Sometimes people are like, oh, you should have did this. Or
When I
that,
did
or-
this one, I didn't
Yeah.
feel it for like the first 30 seconds.
Okay.
But now
Now you feel it.
I'm
Okay.
feeling it.
All right.
But Miocic is
Okay. He's good though.
when I saw him
I thought
fight.
he was gonna lose to DC, the third one. I
Oh.
thought he was gonna lose. Yeah. He killed DC. What about?
Sorry, when I saw Miocic fight, who's that big
Francis Ngannou.
Nagano? When I saw him
Guy's
beat that guy,
monster, yeah.
I already liked him a lot, but that made me think like,
Yeah, I love Stipe for sure. What about Khabib and GSP at 165?
could be.
Khabib just kills him. Yeah, GSP's finished.
GSP,
It's just too
I don't know, he's
old.
been out for so long.
Yeah.
The game's changed, the style's changed.
So no chance. Okay.
I mean, he'll always have a chance because he's so athletic.
Sure. All right.
But I think Khabib's style is just that style that the only way to beat that is you got to just be like straight up better than him.
Okay.
Or
at his own stuff, beat him at his own game.
Or he's got to
that's almost impossible.
like be on the decline of his, athletic ability.
Woo. Are there any other UFC fights you're looking forward to? Connor's fighting Poirier in January.
Really?
Yeah. Dustin Poirier. The first one was a wash, right? But that was way like 8 years ago or something.
Oh yeah, that's right. Poirier won, right?
Yeah. No, Connor knocked him out in like
Oh yeah.
2 minutes or something. But how you doing? You good?
Yeah.
You made it, brother. I can't believe it. Love
Me
it.
either.
Love it.
This was a good idea,
Fantastic. Yeah, that is a good idea. I might steal that. Because there are times where I'm just like, woo.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're not like used to it by now.
I'm used to most, but still, when you get to the end and it's hot, it's still hot. It's still hot, right? So sometimes people will be like Thursday, they'll be like, hey, let's go for a spicy hot pot. I'm like, no. They're like, well, you love spice. I'm like, yeah, but I cannot just like destroy my stomach lining every day.
I have a roommate.
Yeah.
She has never eaten anything too spicy for her.
Okay.
I got to bring her back here.
Bring her, dude. Yeah. What about this picture right here, man? First of all, how old are you there?
Yeah. This is in Japan.
You look young, dude. There, like really young.
I don't know how old I am in this one.
Okay. So
I'm in my mid to late 20s actually.
Really? Yeah. Okay.
It's just because I don't have a beard.
Your beard game.
If I shaved right now, I'd probably still look.
Getting ID'd.
Yeah. So I went to Japan with my family, and we went into like a jujitsu / MMA store, and there were some guys. There were these 2 Americans in there.
Yep.
And they were like, "Oh, you do jiu-jitsu?" We started talking about it, and they were like, "Yeah, we're competing this weekend in the something called like the Hickson Invitational."
Okay, nice.
And the person who worked at the counter,
Hickson Invitation. Okay.
gave me like the flyer and the address, and we had time, so we went down. I just went down to watch, just see some jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
And he was there.
And he's just chilling.
Yeah, he's just chilling. They're like sitting there down there, just chilling. And
looks like a good dude. Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, I got to get a picture with this guy, but only competitors are allowed in the area he was at.
Okay, yeah.
And we saw him. Me and my sister, she has no idea who this guy is, and I'm like freaking out. I'm like, oh my god, this is Hickson Gracie! I can't believe it. He's here. Like,
that's amazing.
he's like a legend. And
yeah, sure, of course, Hickson's the man. Yeah.
he like walks out to like leave, and my sister's like, you should just go, like, just go catch him. And I'm like, no, I can't do it. He's
like all shy.
He's not gonna do it for me. And my sister like drags me out there, and he's like literally stepping into his car.
Yeah.
And like my sister like pushes me up, and he just turns around and looks at me, and he's like, "Oh, you want a picture?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And he sees my shirt, and the Simeon guy, Joe Moreira, who's like the black belt that my black belt guy was under.
Okay, sure.
He knows Hickson.
Oh, really? Wow, that's pretty cool.
Not like super well, but because they're both like original old school guys.
Old schoolers, yeah.
Not so many red belt people out there.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
And so I think he recognized it.
That's cool.
And he was like looked at me. He's like, "Yeah, okay, I'll take a picture with you."
That's cool.
Just super nice. And I was just
so
like,
cool.
all I could say to him was like, "It's a huge honor to meet you." That's literally all I could say.
And he's just like, I know.
He's like, all right, well, see you later.
That's awesome. I went to a UFC in Calgary, and I sprung for floor seats, and we got to see like everyone. And in the front, BJ Penn was there, right? Like, oh shit! I'm like, I'm gonna get a picture. So we ran over, and we're getting there was a couple people in front of us, and they lined up. And I kind of bumped into a guy. I was like, "Oh, excuse me," and it turned out to be like Lando Venata. I'm like, "Oh fuck, it's Lando Venata!" I was like, "Oh shit!" Like I like to watch it, right? And so basically, we go over, and it was funny because BJ Penn was just like taking a picture with like 6 guys in front of him, like taking a picture with everybody. You know, taking a picture with everybody. And then I come over and I'm like, and then so he goes to put his hand on, and he's like, and it was like this the whole time, and he's just like,
choose what
are you doing? I'm like, sorry, dude. You know, I'm like, all right, whatever's
nervous.
cool, you know. So I got a good picture, and I'm just like, dude, I got a picture with him.
That's funny.
And DC was commentating. Dana White was there. Khabib was there. Khabib is actually small in real life, very small. Khabib, yeah, he's really small. But there was this dude who was kind of like I think he
was this recent then?
This was maybe 2 years ago.
Okay.
Khabib was cornering Islam Makhachev, right? And so there was these people that kind of went, you know how like you walk out and the stage kind of, not the stage, stadium seating goes up, and then like over the entrance, you know, so this guy kind of like puts his arm down there down to Khabib, and it was way up there. Khabib just jumps up, gives the guy 5. He got like freaking huge airtime, dude. I was like, oh my god, Khabib's got hops. Yeah, it was crazy. It's like, damn, okay. It was crazy because it was awesome, man. It was one of the best UFC experiences. I mean, we spent a bit because, you know, we got floor seats and stuff, but I'm like, I'm gonna buy the floor seats because I live here. I don't know if it's ever gonna come here, UFC. Yeah. And I mean, sometimes they go to Singapore or whatever. I never had a chance to do that, but you know, if they do next time, I want to go for sure.
Yeah, I've never been to a UFC, but I've been to a couple of smaller ones. And the only fighters I've ever seen are Chuck Liddell.
That's
because he lived in my city.
That's awesome, though. Yeah.
And another guy named Tim Sylvia.
I know Tim Sylvia. Oh
yeah,
sure. Yeah, old school.
Yeah, old school guy.
Tim Sylvia. That's pretty cool. Yeah. No, it was pretty awesome.
Actually, there's another one named Gan McGee or something like that. He's not well known, but he fought Tim Sylvia. And got knocked out, but he lived in my town too.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. No, it's pretty cool to me when you see a fighter and it's like, oh shoot. Especially like I got the seats where you could just run over and the fighters are walking out and you can like see them. It's like I saw Dustin Poirier and Eddie Alvarez and stuff, and
I have a funny story about go ahead.
No, go ahead now. I want to hear yours. Let's go.
Chuck Liddell, because he lived in my town, and I used to work at this pizza restaurant.
Okay.
And literally right next to it was a Korean nail salon.
Okay, and, that's awesome.
One day I'm sitting there and my coworker, he like comes in and he goes, Chuck Liddell is right next door getting his nails done.
That's so funny.
And I'm like, what? Okay. And they're like, you gotta go take a look. I'm like, well, I can't just like go over and like look in there. Like,
that's
gonna
crazy.
Like, so like, I like walk by and I'm like, just like glance over and he's in there getting his toenails done. And
really?
He's getting his toenails painted or pedicured. He like looks out the window at me like, like that, like
Chuck Liddell.
Yeah, like what are you looking at me for?
He's like, get out of here. It's like Chuck Liddell getting his nails.
I'm like,
done.
just keep walking.
That's so cool, man. Chuck Liddell.
Yeah.
That's funny, dude. I think, dude.
Nobody's gonna say anything to him.
Yeah, well, it's like Chuck Liddell. Yeah, he got his nails done, right? That's funny. But dude, you made it. You finished the wings.
Yeah.
You made it all the way. Let's get one more zoom on that face there. Yeah. Nice one, bro.
I feel like my cheeks are all red.
Yeah.
Lips are
man, that happens all the time for sure. So we're done. Do you have anything you want to share before we cut it?
Just check the Facebook if you want to see the Sprouts Jiu Jitsu. It's
in the description. I put the Sprouts.
We're teaching. Yeah.
Are you 7 days a week with Sprouts? No.
No. Sprouts is Wednesday, Saturday, Friday. Yeah, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
And we're trying to open more, but it's all about logistics.
It takes time for sure. Right on. So if you guys want to check out some Sprouts Jiu Jitsu,
I'm also at UFC Gym.
And UFC Gym, right? All of them?
Just Nehu.
Okay.
But I'm the head kids coach there.
So if you guys want to hit up Matt Bateman, if you want to get some jiu-jitsu lessons for your kids, the link is in the description. I'm choking here.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for watching.